All right, I tried to go as long as I could listening to this music, man. These minutes of having this thing play, we seem like it's 3 hours. That's crazy. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Rose Jade, how are you this fine Monday
Hey,
evening?
hey. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I changed my PFP. It's still me. This is my OG PFP. That's a Genesis art piece. But I thought I'd throw some love since we're going into a big launch for a June 7th event. So I'll be back to my clone in a bit, but nice to wear my old PFP too.
So this was the Rose before clone was, or Rose was a clone, huh?
That's right. And because it's a robot being, it's neutral in a way. So I wasn't very active in spaces either. So just kind of fun to see like how people kind of treat you and respond to you when they don't really know if you're a man or a woman either, just in Discord and
Mm.
stuff. Yeah.
That's always so interesting to me. We had a conversation about this at the Sunday tea yesterday too. I think I can only speak right from my perspective as a man, but it's so interesting to hear the different perspectives and the different experiences. That's why I asked the questions about them because I can only imagine how different it is or the experiences that you receive from people thinking that you are a man or people thinking that you are a woman. So I would love to hear you speak on that, especially because that is like a great point to have that type of PFP.
Yeah, yeah. I think if it's just in chat, right, and messaging and stuff too, I think the general, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
And then to correct, some people took offense to it. They're like, gosh, you're so sensitive, blah, 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 bro. It's just the word you use and the culture. And I would just retort back and I said, hey, if I said, hey, sis, I know a lot of guys would get like really upset about it, just to wonder like, why are you thinking I'm a woman or a girl? So just to kind of bring a little awareness to that. I think there's some neutral language that we can use, or at least to inquire a little bit. Don't assume.
Yeah.
Especially my handle is always Rose Jade. It's like, try a little harder
Yeah.
and recognize. But if not, that's okay too. It's just don't assume one way or the other. But try to pick my battles here or there. I think just in the spirit of trying to be inclusive of it, I don't want to always have to flex gender either. But I think when it's just being like so like immediately like dismissed as being sensitive, it's like, I'm not the one being sensitive.
No, I agree with that. I agree
But
with
it's
that.
all good. I think over time it's just much improved. And then in Twitter Spaces, because there's things that you can hear with obviously people's voices, but the way they speak as well. I think, you get closer to the whole person. And PFP is just a representation. So I actually used to like it when I didn't have the blue check and I could change PFP as I wanted to, right? Kind of like to just have fun with it and just show
Yeah.
preference for this project or that or whatever you vibe with for the minute. But with the blue check now, it's definitely more restrictive. Like Kuro informed me that I gotta wait at least 2 weeks to change
That's,
back. So
which is mad wild. No, that's crazy. That's a great point, though. I always wonder if women have, I won't say an easier navigation when it comes to this space, but I've always heard stories about men specifically having women PFPs in order to gain more followers and to get more eyes on that specific account, and then utilizing that just to gain leverage, and then rugging, so to speak, the followers that they have and putting up their real account or whatever. Or like we had the conversation in Sunday Tea yesterday about people having alt accounts and utilizing the alt accounts to gather more information from different communities or different group chats and learning more from a different perspective with that alt account. And I spoke about that yesterday. Like, I feel like I'm the only person on Twitter without an odd account, man. Like I'm behind the Powerball here. Like I need to have something because it's kind of weird. I say that back. It's weird to me to not be me on a social space. To be a creative player on a social space to me is kind of wild. So that's why I'm so doxxed with mine. But I love hearing the perspectives from women and getting their opinion on it and their weigh in on it as well. So yeah, like the Queen's spaces yesterday with Anya and Fawn, they're always so entertaining to me because it's so introspective to dive into their perspective and hear about their experiences. Jack, what's good, bro?
Yo, just on the topic of dudes using women PFPs, that was me for like 10 months. I minted my robot chick CloneX, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna rock it. So Mia is her name, and I was just basically LARPing on Twitter as Mia, and it was really entertaining for me because I would jump on spaces and like the CloneX community, everyone knew like that was me. Like they all knew it was this dude behind this blonde robot chick with a bunny kawaii eye patch. But dude, Dre, I jumped into shitty villains spaces like that. And I got up on stage, bro, and I was not ready for what was about to happen to me. And let's just say it like that, because I think that space, it still kind of hit me. It was like, yo, these guys are all just kind of cooking over here for no reason. Like this heat is high. I don't understand it. And it just kind of plays to the discussion at hand here with, dudes being chicks or chicks being dudes on PFPs, and then having a space, make assumptions about who that account is based on that tiny little indicator. All they can tell is a PFP, but they judge the book by its cover instantaneously, which I think is just this kind of interesting thing. So I love the statement Rose makes by rocking that U.
No, that's real. I didn't. You know what? I kind of remember that. I wasn't fully immersed in the ecosystem. Even though I minted my clone, I was just on the outskirts looking in at the time. But I kind of remember those stories. But let me ask you this specifically. So you've had this experience, and you had this PFP that was the opposite gender. So did you receive like those crazy heinous DMs from those? Because there's a lot of unhinged dudes in the sector, right? Did you go through those experiences where dudes were shooting at you in the DMs
No,
or extra nice and
I
all
would
that
have
stuff?
shot that right down. That would have been wild. No, I didn't have any of that. I think being like an anime inspired 3D digital robot chick, that maybe shifted that perception, but like
Yeah.
I didn't have to deal with that, and I hope a lot of the ladies out here on the timeline don't have to deal with that.
No, I agree with you on that. I always hear these horror stories about, not even just being in Web3 as a woman, just, any of these social media platforms and the conversations that spark up in the direction that they go in immediately just because, a lot of dudes are assholes. And like I'll have conversations with my wife about this type of stuff, but not on Twitter, but just like Instagram and, Facebook. And she'll be like, oh man, XYZ messaged me this and da 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 da. And even back in the day before we were like fully solidified as a union, she would tell me about the stories that of these miscellaneous men and like the how do I keep this PG? The uninvited images that she would receive just from being a woman and how that type of stuff. And I know like when it comes to crypto bros, it's always like a situation like that too, because a lot of these crypto bros don't necessarily deal with a lot of female energy. So it's wild to even just have these type of discussions and speak about these things. Like I said, no, go ahead.
I feel like it's interesting because I want to believe, right? And I don't know if this is true or not. So I'd love anyone's opinion on their experiences. I guess I want to believe that like the CloneX kind of ecosystem is slightly maybe sheltered from the more traditional crypto bro uh, collector, but I don't know if that's true or not, or maybe that was just super bull markety. And now that things are kind of lower, the crypto bros who are only chasing the flip, if you will, they've exited and they've gone somewhere else. Or is our ecosystem, like, does this ecosystem give off those vibes, or is it welcoming to, to males, to females, to anyone's identity? Like, I hope it is, but it's just not a thing I necessarily ask about because it doesn't come up much, but I think it's an interesting discussion.
Very interesting, man. Being able to hear any type of information from another individual's perspective is very interesting to me. That's why I'm always asking people's background and what made them jump into the whole Web3 space and their stories, because it's always some type of individual quest or interesting layout that they had to go through to make it to this point. So, and it's even more interesting to me to hear it from a woman's perspective, because I feel like, that's even more hurdles that they have to necessarily deal with on a day-to-day basis that a lot of guys might not understand because they don't have to deal with them. So, yeah, shout out to the queens of CloneX, man. It was very interesting spaces. Shout out to the Sunday tea yesterday. I'm still waiting to hear some tea from Anya. She hinted at it, but then retracted the statements when it got deep. But I can respect that. But yeah, Rose, I'm interested to even hear, because, like you said, having this type of PFP and guys throwing out the miscellaneous bro, what up, bro, and all of that stuff. When they know, so you always have your robot, right?
Right.
And do you go through other situations with that?
No, it's usually if they say it, then I'll just introduce myself, be like, hey, I'm Rose, throw my Rose, emoji to kind of give the hint and whatnot. And usually it's fine. But I think with CloneX, because I had joined while we were in so many spaces, it just felt more welcoming, just in general. I think it just, we're speaking as humans and not our PFPs. So I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, I feel you. Ellen, what's good, bro?
Oh, not much, man. Not much. Good to see all the familiar faces. I just popped in, so I don't even know what's the word. So just happy to be here, man. As always.
Yo, Ilan, that's my bad on calling your offer out as being too low, sir. I was dying when I found out that was you.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. It's true. It is too low, but you never
Double
know.
it. Pump it up, Ilan. Let's get those numbers up.
Sheesh.
Wait, what are we talking about? We talking about the 50 WETH offer?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know it was him, Dre Mill. And I jumped right on that CloneX sales bot. First comment, I'm like, it's low, double it. And then Ilan DMs me, bro, that's me. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, dude. Straight up, Jack was like, nah, some idiot out here throwing up some bullshit offers. I'm like, oh, God, I think that might be me.
Just a hot 90K on a beautiful alien, and I'm in the comments talking shit. Ilan's like, yo, bro, actually, like, that's a real offer, and I really actually want that clone, though.
A hot 90K. I said the same thing. I was like, damn, who is throwing up this 50 WETH? And then in the group chat, he was like, oh, yeah, that is a epic clone. I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. I already know who this is.
Look, dude. Like I said in the chat, I don't know who all was hearing or listening or whatnot, but it's like certainly kind of the calm before the storm in a lot of projects, but like Artifact in particular. I mean, so many things in the pipeline. Everything's spring loaded. They're doing all the forges. They're getting, everything in everyone's hands, just to sort of prep us for the next stage of development. I mean, I really do think it's going to be something really spectacular and sustainable. And I think that the founders have learned so much over the last little period, all the way from like coming out of the gate hot to like the FUD storm that was or wasn't justified. I mean, it was a little justified, but it was definitely overblown, as we know. All these things tend to get, and the coinciding with just the meltdown in the market in general is just really inopportune timing. But yeah, no, like I said, we've had this sort of malaise. It's set in. Everyone's, like I guess right when I popped in, Jack was talking about how the fly-by-nighters have sort of been flushed out. The people that have stuck around, they're believers, and a lot of them are sort of builders, and that's what that takes all about. We get to come in here and we get to shoot the shit with each other and build that real sturdy foundation, and upon that, the culture that we believe in, flesh that out together. What's that going to look like? How we're going to interact with it? How we're going to add to it? How's it going to be this thing that we're going to be proud of when we look back on this time and go, that was meaningful. Like the work we put in, the time we put in, the assets we accumulated, it all led to that moment in the future that's going to, allow us to look back and go, whoa, proud of myself for stepping up, and proud of myself for putting myself out there and connecting with other individuals and pushing this thing forward, and having belief and trust and being vulnerable in a way that maybe was a little uncomfortable at times, but we were able to push through. And yeah, it's going to be weird to look back, but I think it's going to be really amazing to look back and see these the friends that we've made, the network that we've built, and see its resilience in a way that I guarantee will dumbfound us. We're like, how is this thing as strong as it is? And then we'll go, oh yeah, we built this motherfucker. That's why.
No, that's facts. That's real. Excellent words there. I appreciate you saying that, because that's all fact. I've been thinking about this stuff heavy as of lately, and it's been coming in just from multiple aspects. So I agree with you and everything that you're saying. Jack, what's good, bro?
I got two things. First and foremost, Ilan, that was a proper offer. It is approximately 1,667.667, infinitely repeating, percentage of floor, sir. That is a respectable thing on a grail given all the market conditions, and I hope that the current owner respects the offer and the tenacity of the individual, you, sir, attempting to acquire a grail such as that to build the future with. So I wanted to get that off my chest about as publicly as I could. Next up, I want to invite people to the stage. I want to see some hands raised. Let's farm that engagement. Let's speak about some stuff that's on your mind. And there's only 7 retweets on the Space Fam. We got about 20, maybe 30 people in here. Can we pump those numbers up? Show the timeline what the clones can do. That's why we're out here raising hands, getting the people hyped up. And yeah, maybe we should all support Ilan's offer. Sorry, maybe we should all make sure that we check who's making the offer on the things before we start commenting on them. I still love it though, Ilan. I know you got that vision.
No, that's real. 100, bro. 90K, bro. Like off the gate, off the rip. I agree with you, and I agree with what Jack just said. That would be an epic clone to build anything off of. You're not going to ever see anything in that line, especially in that DNA, ever again. The green hair on that one is just, it's banana nut bread. So good luck with the offer, man. I wonder, yo, I'm sitting there owning that. Somebody offered me 100K, 90K. I'm like, whew, I might have to do that one. Tevi, what's good, bro?
Hey, what up? What up? Man, today I've been like slacking off. I've been like trying to figure out. So I didn't even realize that Ilan, like you had put in the offer. Like I was thinking like the clone was actually bought. So this is again, kind of calling myself out for, popping in and out of the chat throughout the day and, trying to stay focused at work and stuff. But I think it's hilarious now that everything is going full circle to find out that Jack was just dogging your offer. I'm like, bro, that's 50 ETH. That's $90,000. Okay, for a JPEG. Yes, it's a clone. Yes, it's 3D. But damn, that is a freaking alien within the collection. Like, there's not that many of them. Dude came out the gate with like 50 ETH, $90,000. And we're like, nah, bro, double. I'm literally looking at your your comment right now. It's like, nah, double that. I'm like, bro, you don't even have 50 ETH. Like,
Not yet, Tevy.
nah, I mean, all joking aside, man, I really hope, Ellen, that you get that clone. Like, it would be pretty epic to have somebody within the community that we know, be the owner of that clone. That's frankly one of my favorite aliens. Like, I love the blade eyes. Um, and I don't know any aliens, so I think that would be pretty epic. It's like there's two DNAs, actually three DNAs that eventually I'll have one of each. That's kind of the goal. That's what I'm manifesting. But the alien, the undead, and the MK DNA are all ones that are like in my crosshair. Eventually, I'll get there too. But man, I'm super excited for you. Hope you get it. And if not,
Oh yeah, cheers, man. I mean, I think it's an important thing to sort of bring to the fore, right? Is like these. It's fun to have these, graily grails, like I call them, out, like chopping it up, having a good time, building the culture, because that's one thing that we do see a little. We do see a few Murakami DNAs on the timeline, and people that that are out in amongst everyone and doing their thing and really participating in the culture and that's fucking rad. I mean, I think that that's something that we see, we see quite a bit in Azuki, and I hope that we can see a little bit more in the clones, where you see, a good handful of, spirits, for example, like to draw the corollary, out and about. You know what I mean? Like I have one, Dooku has one, and we're in. Both Dooku and I are in the culture builder, group chat crew, and always kind of shooting the shit. And Dooku's always doing his thing on, beyond the GM and the spaces and whatnot. Really, front facing. And I think that's important for a project. It sucks to have a project have grails that nobody fucking sees ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of clones that just nobody's ever seen before. And I think that's kind of too bad because, whenever you kind of want to show off how badass this collection is and how, how the sort of the top tier ones really, really pop, and the differentiation between all the different ones in the collection. You can only do that when they're all out there, on the timeline. I think GWAP is the only alien that I ever see, and that's too bad. I mean, I like props to GWAP, but I want to see more.
yeah, man, I 100% agree. And honestly, like I said, man, I really hope you get one because I know if you do, like, we'll definitely see that thing strutting around, and showing off in motion. So,
And if you don't, and if he doesn't, Tevi, we know who to blame.
Exactly. And I'm already going to offer my services, to you and your future alien here. It's not a matter of if, but when you get it. When you get your alien, if you need some help with anybody like doing a render or two, a couple of animations for you, more than happy to help out. So it's on a recorded space. I'm putting it out there because it's going to be a while before I get my own alien. But just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah, that's word up, dude. And I mean, I think that's like, it's one of those things that is sort of invaluable whenever you have, these kind of things in the collection, and they are front facing, and, you have a community of creators that are really, they're on the same wavelength, right? Like they want to show off this collection that they, love too, and that they're a part of too. And, so you definitely see a lot of the creators and artists in the Azuki community pumping out commissions and whatnot for a handful of the Grails people out there that really want to push that out into the public. And yeah, like you said, I mean, it's they're one of the clones like strengths is the creators within the community, and they're like not only are they all like super generous and really fucking good, and everyone's leveling up, like it just like it just keeps on getting better and better. But that's like the calling card, right? Like that's one of the things that people think about whenever they think about CloneX is like, oh yeah, I remember seeing somebody's render or somebody's animation, or like I remember seeing a clone doing some fucking crazy shit in like a little short or whatever. And fuck yeah, so like if it does come to pass, and if it is meant to be, then you better believe I'm going to be rigging it and being running around in DRMs and ready to fucking rock with everybody whenever we start questing in the metaverse. And yeah, it's going to be fucking game on for sure.
That should be so epic, man. Is that a PFP change for you? An alien? Would that trump everything else?
I don't know that it trumps everything else, but it will be like I'll have to like probably just ditch the check mark and be in sort of more constant rotation.
That'd be crazy, man. I don't know any aliens either. I think we had an alien in CloneX LA when we first linked up. First linked up back in the day, I think. But I haven't seen dude since that that first link up. So I don't remember. Shadow, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? It's a lot of big money talk going on, man. So I'm gonna just keep my little fish self over here, man. That's a that's a lot of money. So man, I hope you get it. I'm sure you seem like somebody who's pretty determined to get it. So good luck to you, man. But I did have a question with aliens and all that stuff in mind. Although I am trying to save up for, a demon or an angel, still up in the air. But I noticed that the vials, right, they kind of fluctuate in price. So right now, if you bought a vial, could you still, I know it'd be probably a below 1% chance, could you still get an alien, or is there a maximum amount? And also, like, what all do you get? Like, I know you can probably claim an egg, but can you get anything else? I'm trying to weigh the options here on what's better, to just go for a clone and buy everything separately, or maybe take my gambling degen self to a vial.
Yeah.
Let's go to our resident onboarding leader, Tebbington, for this answer.
I was chomping at the bits over here. Yeah, so for the clone vials themselves, right? I'm assuming that's what you're referring to, not the shoe vials. But yeah, so for the alien vial, the clone vials, if you get that will give you access to obviously a clone and also an egg. So you get those two together. To your question of can you still get aliens? I think no, they've all been minted, but you still, and there's like a pretty cool tool out there. I'll have to try to find it, or somebody else can help me find it. If not, in the next day or two here, I'll just post it on my page and you can just find it there. But it allows you to see what all has not been minted. So there's definitely still all the other DNAs in smaller quantities, but you'll have like Murakami DNAs, undeads, all of those are still available, but the aliens are out. Then as far as like, yeah, do you buy things separately? Do you buy it all together? I mean, I guess if, I know Compound is not here, but if he was, I'm going to channel my inner Compound, which is you absolutely want to clone, right? Like that's the key to everything. And I think depending on how much ETH and what you're working with, if you're still undecided on angel versus demons, I mean, you can roll the dice. You might get one of those, or you might get something else. But if you went with the vial because that's within your price range, and I'm just going to assume that if you're thinking about it, it is, that gives you like the two biggest IPs in the entire collection. So that's your Animus and that's your clone. From there, if you don't like the clone that you get, you can sell that clone and get your alien or angel that you really like. So no skin off your back, so to speak, but you're in, and then you can build from there.
Yeah, also just to add on to that, I mean, I think that going the vial route gives you a real sort of an experiential entree into the CloneX ecosystem. I mean, I think that those who minted a vial and cracked it will tell you that it's a feeling that you just don't get very often. You just don't get it. And I think that when we cracked our monolith ones, it was a similar sort of feeling. But I think that cracking a vial, it you will get nervous, you will have butterflies, like, because it takes a minute, right? It's not instantaneous. So as it loads and as it generates, you kind of like, you get more and more nervous and the butterflies rise up and then it reveals. And it's a special experience. And I think that depending on what you reveal, I think it will endear itself to you because you're able to say, okay, the universe gave me this clone. And so it has a more sort of special meaning than just picking one off the shelf. But obviously, like, you do have the option, right? Like, if you just do not vibe with it, then there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you can obviously sell it and then try your hand at getting one that you vibe with more. But ultimately, you want to end up with one that you want to vibe with, that you want to create with, that represents you. And I think that going through the vial cracking enables an experiential connection to the thing that isn't sort of easily severed, but it can be severed, and it should be. If the clone that you pull uh, isn't for you, if it's not resonating with you, then you should definitely think about trading it in and getting what it is you want, because now is definitely time to wallet what you want and move forward with it, knowing that you're comfortable with what you have. And
Yeah, definitely. I mean, right now my goal is to be fully in the ecosystem with pod, egg, clone, like everything by the end of the year. The only thing I'm really fighting against would be time. Um, if for instance, if something pops off and causes obviously the floors to rise, then it will take me a little bit longer. But at this point in time, I should be able to pick up my clone here in the next month or two. And then from there, I'm just going to kind of go down the list. But yeah, I'm going for clone first. I just was noticing the vial and I was wondering, like, what all do I get from it? Because, for instance, I know what it gives me now, but if it gave me kind of like one of everything, then I would just go for that instead. But it's good to know that all the aliens are pooled. Now, is that just for the vials, or is that for the monoliths as well too, the monolith ones?
Yeah, no, those are gonna be for the monolith one. If you open that up, like, you still have access to a little bit of everything. Obviously, Alien, Murakami, and all of those are in lower quantities, but that pool is not completely dried yet from like an Alien and all that stuff perspective. And to the point that Alien was making earlier, right, with like that experience that you're gonna go through. I still haven't cracked a clone vial, but that is definitely 100% on my to do. What I will tell you though is I did crack a monolith one, and man, like that feeling of like butterflies, you're getting nervous. Yeah, you're gonna feel all that. And I pulled an undead vial out of my monolith, and that was the most like no lie. I was sweating. I was shaking when that that undead vial popped up. I was like, my daughter. I screamed. She was near me. She's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I'm like, I pulled an undead. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, look, undead. And then she's like, oh, your little NFT things. I'm like, yeah, my little NFT things, but it's an undead, right? So it's definitely an experience and something that, it's worth experiencing. But yeah, man, like, yeah, I think if you can do the vial and that's like the same time frame, and maybe like the one thing I will say, right? So as you kind of go through and you're looking at, this is just my process, take it for whatever it's worth. But as you go through and you're looking at the prices for your angels, your demons, or the vial, like really look at, is there anything that's at the same price of a vial or less that you vibe with more? And if the answer is yes, you probably should pick up that clone, right? And then later on, save up over time and trying to get a vial and go through all that. But if there's nothing else below the price of a vial that you vibe with, I say go with that vial, right? Because now you're getting the clone and the egg. And to your point, like you don't know what the news, like we don't really know what the news flow is going to be like. Like once the CRL, some of this other stuff hits, I mean, floor could take off, and I'm not saying it will or not, but it could. And if it does, now it makes it a little bit harder for you to come on board and get what you want. So either way, if you already have a clone and then the floor pumps and that's not a clone that you like and vibe with, guess what? You can sell it and get something else that's more ETH in your pocket, but you're already in for the ride. So that's another way to think about it, and that's at least how I think about it.
No, that's a great point too, and it is an experience to be able to have a mint vial and utilize it, and because people have issues with all the blur farming that's happened these last couple of months and these floor clones being passed around like a freak on Saturday night, right? Like a lot of people are like, oh, I want this one because everybody didn't have this one. If you do crack open a mint vial, that lets you know that is actually your clone. Like you generated that one and put on a blockchain and everything it started with you, right? But then, like Tevington said, if you don't enjoy it, it puts you in the game automatically. And then you can either find someone, try to put it out there, trade someone to see if they can get you something that's more of your liking, or sell it and then utilize that ETH to go after what you want. But you do come away with an egg and a monolith and all of the other good stuff that comes along with it. So yeah, it's up to you. But I know a lot of people don't want those a lot of clones that's been passed around like a duchy on the left-hand side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. There's nothing wrong with clones that have been passed around, man. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for the passing around, like I wouldn't have the clones that I own today. One of the things that I did look at though is, and this is because I'm a serial lowballer. Like everybody knows this about me. Like I am not trying to pay more than I need to for any of this stuff. So, I'll wait as long as I need to, but I will put my WETH offer out there, and you might get insulted by it. But you know what? At some point or another, you will capitulate, and I'll be there to pick it up. So, Blur, this is a bad take, but Blur is probably the best thing that happened to this space as far as I'm concerned, because if it wasn't for that and the FUD, I wouldn't own my clones. So thank you, Blur. Thank you, FUD, and all that stuff that happened over the last 6 months. You got to be opportunistic. You got to see you got to see beyond the FUD. You got to take that long-term view and stay focused on your goal. And if you do that, nothing bothers you, man. Like you'll come out on top.
Yeah, definitely, man. Thanks for the advice, and thanks for confirming the vial stuff, man. I'm about to be eating here pretty soon if it's ready. Okay, it is. I'm about to be eating here pretty soon, so I'll still be listening in. But to the person going for that alien, man, good luck, man.
Cheers, Shadow. Hey, look, obviously, like, tell everyone, like, it's such a, it's such a monumentous occasion. It's something that you should definitely be proud of. It's information you want to share, far and wide. And, we want to be there with you. You know what I mean? Like, we want to hear what you get. We want to hear what you vibe with. Like, one thing that you'll find out about this community is is like we get stoked off of other people's stoke. And so, whenever you find something, or if you have any information you want, we're always all here, and we're more than happy to share anything that we know about, traits, about what can still get pulled out of vials, what we know about what skin vials are going to do, what we know about evolution, like anything and everything in the ecosystem that you want to drill down on. That's what we're here for, man, because we love this shit. And, like I said, we, if you get stoked on it, like we're going to get stoked on it. That's sort of how those reverberations happen in a network, right? Whenever you feel it, we feel it. And that means we're connected.
Hey,
That's a fact.
appreciate that, man. And I do definitely feel the love from the community. And I definitely rave about that in my own community, man. I talk about how we're going to try to branch out more with all these different dot swooshes and all these different things we're joining into, and collab with other communities that are like-minded, man, because y'all are a good group of people. But hey, before I did step down, Tevi, thank you, man, for going through kind of like the whole story. The other day, I listened to it kind of like after hours, and I kind of clipped it so other people can definitely hear about it. I'm not sure if Artifact or whoever has ever thought about, making that into a story, or maybe even bringing on some of the community, kind of like maybe do a picturesque type of story. Like, I don't know, but that definitely needs to be out there, man, because that's just in itself. I didn't know about the FUD virus. I didn't know that there was a creator. I didn't know about any of that stuff. And I've been like for the past 2 weeks, like doing 4 hours of research on YouTube and Twitter and stuff. So yeah, man, that's definitely needed to be passed around more frequently.
Bro, that flood virus went through our ecosystem, bro, like the pandemic. Like it was written, man. That shit was
Yeah, that
crazy.
virus was so freaking powerful, man. But
It was crazy.
that thing was on point. But yeah, man, Shadow, like anytime, man. Like I said, like I do plan at some point to put something together that helps with that, and But I will say though, like one of the man, I need to find. I think it's By the Dip. The video is in French, so if you don't speak French, that's gonna be a little hard. But he just went through and really kind of stepped through on a time, like the whole timeline of like everything, and not necessarily like the storyline, but more of like the different drops, what's in the ecosystem. Like I said, it's a really good video. Again, if you're French spoken, like that one will get you caught up to date on all of the drops all along the way. That's a really good one. So I do plan to do something similar, obviously in English for most people here. Um, I'm hopefully getting my stuff tomorrow, my garments. I know Anya's here, so I can't call it a merch because she will have my head. So my luxurious garments are likely arriving tomorrow, as I hope they do. And when that happens, I think that will give me something tangible. Then it's a little bit easier to talk through some of this stuff, right? When you have like physical items to kind of show people and why you're hyped about it. So I'll have like definitely one of the pieces that I need or I feel I need to start talking about some of this stuff. So I guess be on the lookout for that. I'll post it on my YouTube channel when that happens. And that'll be a good start. I think it'll be like an easy point of reference for folks.
No, I'm excited for that too. We really need to sit down and come up with the onboarding program that includes the story and the full timeline and all of the above. Like we've been talking about these last couple of days, I really think it's a great idea because the way that you broke it down for him last week and for everyone else last week was legit magical, and it's something that we should have for every person to experience, not even the people who've been here. Because I know myself, even when you were giving that breakdown, I was like, damn, I forgot about that. I forgot that it happened. And it'll be good just to have those type of refreshers just to get people going, especially with the upcoming lore happening and story time or storyline happening as well. So yeah, in Shadow, I think it's I've seen a list that showcases the percentages of whatever's left inside of mint vials floating around. I don't have that information on hand right now, but I know I've experienced it before when I've seen them around. So maybe we can get that in the Discord and post it up somewhere so you can check that out. And I'm not sure if you're in the Bad Take Discord or not yet, but if you aren't, go ahead and jump in there. Anybody who in there on this space right now, if you're not in the Bad Take Discord, you are wrong, and you need to correct that. Ilan, what's good?
Yeah, to that point in the Bad Take Discord, I threw up Beatles mirror post where he goes through basically beginning to end. He goes from the jump all the way. I think Jack, did you post this? I think Jack posted the tweet earlier, but in the tweet he had his link to the mirror blog post that he did. It looks like it was last updated for Exodus. And dude, I feel the same way. Like I went back, maybe a couple days ago, maybe yesterday or day before, and rewatched in chronological order all of the videos back to back to back from Exodus to the progenitor stuff to Animus. And yeah, dude, it was one of those things that you're just like, man, I totally forgot about that little Easter egg, or you know what I mean? So because like in the moment, it's such a you're so amped, right? Especially if you're questing during that time, and during like the Animus egg and progenitor quest, you're sort of uber amped, and you can't really like really sit with it. So it was cool to like go back and kind of do it in chronological order and pick out a few things here and there, um, and kind of relive those moments that when those videos dropped in like succession to one another. It was super dope.
Yeah, man, it's been a lot. It's always hard to actually enjoy the moment when it happens. All these things happen. You have to like review it because it's so much to take in at the same time. Pause, and you got to make sure that you are present to actually see it all, and experience it all. Like the New World thing that Harlan did when he had his clone jumping out of that spaceship wearing the crypto dunks. It's like so much shit happening all at once. He's like, oh, mind blown. So no, yeah, I think it'd be good just for everyone to take the time to review. Baron, what's good, bro?
What's up, Dre? Just good to hear from everybody tonight. Tevy's got it down, man. Cass, look out. Man's coming for your job. Cass is like, you can have it. I am just so stoked. I'm sitting here in I keep switching hats. I'm in my rep hat right now. Tevy's getting his merch. Guess what, Tevy? It's only like package 1 of 3 because they spread it out because they know we're degens and we're going to need our fix soon. And so, like, they're going to send it out in batches. You know what I mean? We're getting our hoodies and our pants later for the MKs. So it's just, or the drip and jackets. I don't know, man. I'm just so happy right now, Dre, for the community. I'm pumped for the new people that are coming in, and you know, I like addressing things straight up. I heard a guy tell me that one time. He's like, I just, I'm just going to come out and say it, and so like telling the story of where we've been, it's better to just address that straight away than have them hear tidbits and then turns into, completely different than what it was. And by the way, we're way past it. So why are we even talking about it? So we'll just get that thing out of the past. I'm happy to be a part of any group that gets together to talk about how we can do that and see how I can help. But yeah, dude, I'm excited to have the rep back in my life. And, I'm praying for Ilan to get that a clone. He's been looking for a while. He doesn't talk about it, but I can tell. Because normally, like, he doesn't post other clones up there, but like he's been like knowing what's out there and stuff. I'm like, this man is getting locked and loaded. So yeah, whatever comes his way will be the right thing. And I think we have a guest that just came in here as a co-host. I don't know who that is, but maybe we'll check in with him.
Guys, what's up? First time co-hosting, first time on the show. You guys seem like great people. Thanks for having me. Just wanted to come up. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm driving through Barstow right now. Headed back to California, down to San Diego. But bro, Ilan's so stoked on this reptile, dude. Third time's a charm, baby. Keep him forever. Ilan, I love that alien, and I hope you get him too, bro. Like, let's fucking go. Clones are back. Clones are on the timeline. Stack clones. Don't stack suitcases. Stack clones.
Come here to fudge
And
suitcases, bro.
he just had to come at me like right out the gate. Like you're not even back home yet that you're already coming at me, bro. Like what's up with that? But you're right though, and I'll give you that.
Man's not even in service for 24 hours and he's coming at me.
Like, don't get that case. Stack clones, all DNAs all day long. Clones over everything. That's your ticket to the party. If you don't get that clone, you can't do
Clones.
nothing. Like I said, I was
Clones
channeling you
over
earlier,
everything.
man.
That's the tweet.
I'm a wearable individual, man. I like stuff that I can wear in real life. I want to take it out the house in real life, right? Like I put my clone in my Kith in my BMW, so when you start up the car, that's the first thing you see. But that's what I'm gonna do: invite everybody to the car, like, hey, come look at this, come look, hey, look at this. Wait, let me start it. Look. Nah, man, I'm rolling up my suitcase, rolled next to me on my Murakami drips with my Genesis hoodie on, like that's my vibe, man. So I feel you, Tevington. I'm gunning for the suitcase as
Man,
well.
I
Man, I
need
need
that
that in my
case.
life.
Like I'm looking at it. So let me ask you this, and actually before I get into it, because this might be long, but before I get into it, Shadow, at the top, I know you're listening right now, but I just pinned the supply of everything that's left. It was one of the community members that put that together. So it gives you the min file, but also I think if you browse his little website there, it will give you insight into like pretty much everything else. I think he has min files. He has like I think the monolith supply and all of that stuff is built in. So that's a cool little tool to help you and anybody else that's shopping in the ecosystem to kind of see what's left if they want to go more of the reveal route. So anyway, wanted to highlight that. But where I was going to go otherwise is compound. So let's say that in the suitcases, right? Like, so we have the Vision, that's the blue one. We have the Explorer, that's the beige one. And then we have Confidence, right? That's the red one. So, thinking a little bit about, what Anya and like the Tea Party yesterday, and they were talking about cologne and all that stuff. What if in the Confidence one, right, it's all about smells, and you get like some super fancy cologne in there that gives you confidence, right? For the Vision one, what if that one has like AR glasses in there so that your clone, like and now I can take my clone and be viewed out there. Like I can throw the AR filter on and I'm walking around and have glasses to see all that stuff. What if the Explorer case has some kind of vehicle in there, right? Because you explore, you need a vehicle to go do that. Just some thoughts. So I'm just saying these cases may or may not be something that you want in your life. So when I keep that in mind, that's why I'm like, maybe I do need a case in my life. And then, I don't have to worry about like losing it at the airport.
Tevy, this is like
Sounds like a lot of speculation.
yeah, it's like anti-fudding. I'm confused. Compound, it's me, it's Rose. You were gone for a couple of days and I changed my
Rose.
PSP. Hey.
Rose. I know Rose when I see Rose.
Yeah.
Tevi, here's a question. What were your 3 favorite Air Force Ones? Which ones were your favorite? And then like clothing lines of the Air Force One or season 1, what your 3 favorite were?
3 favorite Air Force Ones. I would say for sure, and this is, this is probably going to be a bad take for some, but the Reptile is at the top of that list for me. I would say followed by, the Genesis. I would say the Genesis pair. Like if like I said, if pricing and all of that stuff, none of that matters. Like that's my order, and I would say the last one that I would put on top there, and that's more for just the wow factor. Don't even know if how I would wear it, but that would have to be the alien. Like I think if I went with like, irregardless of price, rarity, those would be my top three.
That's a man of style right there. That's a man of great choice, great taste, less filling.
So with reptile being your number one, do you have a reptile clone to access all future reptile drops? Because that's how the
Not
reptiles were
yet.
accessed in the first place.
Not yet, kind sir.
There we go.
Not yet.
Are the bags gonna get you all future reptile drops, or is Baron gonna get them for you, baby? Because he just got his reptile. Let's go,
Oh
Baron.
man.
He's back. I got one more thing in the mix, but I won't be putting weight out offers out because some people in the community don't know how to respect other people's weight offers. And
So wait,
God, he feels so bad. I can't even do it to the man. God, Jack's got such a big heart. Like the fact, I'm sure that story is just too good. Man puts a 50 weight offer out there. Yeah.
That was too good, man. He's I mean, he's never gonna live that one down. Like I'm always gonna give him a hard time.
wait.
Next time I see him here in IRL, like we're gonna be talking about this. I was like,
Tell me the story. So
In the go to the like the sales
yeah.
spot and look in the comments, and in the comments under the offer, it says not even close, double it. Like basically like shame. I don't know exactly what it says. Tevi probably knows. But
Let me
It
find
was
it.
some
yeah,
I'm
it would
CloneX
gonna
turn
find
out
it
to
and
be
I'm
bozo
gonna
talk.
pin it.
That's one of the homies. We would have had somebody with an alien today. Come on, guys. We got to do better than this. You know, when you see those low fucking 12 ETH bids on your, sorry, I'm walking, on your undead, just take it. It's going to my wallets. Just take it, man. It will be all good, bro. You might even find my other clones.
there's a guy out there that has no interest in selling undeads at 12 ETH, and it's driving me bananas.
Bro, me and you both, Baron. We find this guy. Maybe
yeah,
we
me three.
give him some like physicals. I'll give him some shoes or something, man. Like, come on, bro. I got Jordans that I've never worn because I don't like Jordans. I only wear Dunks and what are these called? Air
What
Maxes.
we need to do is just buy one over the top and just show them. It's like, dude, no one's buying yours, bro. We'll buy the ones that are above yours, but dude, no. And then just because out of principle, I can't pick. Like, I think we're all going for that same one. So
Yeah, we
I'm
are.
not
Bro,
budging.
one time I even tried to
I'd
put
rather
a bid on
overpay for
Maximonies.
another one, dude.
I don't care anymore. I need an undead, bro. It's like I still don't have a Murakami or an undead or an alien.
Yeah, the undead clothing and the blue that's in it is insane. It is so good, and like, oh my god, the hat, everything about it, the undead stuff is cool. I love the neon on the blue, just fire. Socks are cool.
Yeah, the undead looks crazy though, but slept on that for sure. I slept on that just as much as I slept on the human.
Yeah, I just
I
found
still have one side of a pair of What the Dunks if anyone wants to trade for an undead. I don't know where the other side is. It is dead stock though. It's a
Wait,
9.5 though.
one side. You talking about one shoe, not the pair of shoes? You got one.
Bro, I thought I'd move with them to Edmonton from Toronto, bro. I'm pretty sure that one of the movers fucking dropped it or something, man.
Man got one shoe. Hey, I mean, it might work for somebody out there. You never know their life story. Throw that bitch up on eBay. You might get some good bids.
I mean, if you're looking at it from like just a display standpoint, right? Like you can get those like magnet free floater for your display case. Somebody will buy it to put in their barbershop. It all work. And also,
Why can't it be a barbershop?
Unironically, like right now, it's like up on a wall inside of my office at my cannabis company that
there you
I'm
go.
now not allowed to go to anymore.
There you
No,
go.
we're in the middle of doing the sale thing, so hopefully in the next 90 days, if they haven't like totally screwed anything else up, I'll be completely free of the cannabis industry. I haven't smoked weed in like 12 hours because I think I'm quitting.
I was expecting you to say
Oh,
something much longer, but I should have known better.
I
Be
did too.
smoking weed
12,
tomorrow.
12
Not gonna
anything.
lie.
12 was good. You said 12. I was like, oh shit. You said hours. I said, oh shit. But that's still good. Progress is progress, man. Clap it up for you for that. 12 hours is good. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm like, how many days has it been since NFT NYC? I'm sober, so things are getting a lot better, man. Like, I can actually like jog with my dog again and lost a lot of water weight, so I'm super happy right now. Even though
Feels
I'm
good,
still
man.
kind of pissed at every single Web3 lawyer because they're all con artists, but yeah.
No, I mean, it's the sector that we're dealing with. But I'm glad to hear you having this moment of clarity, man, with this sobriety that you have for these last 12 hours. I know it's huge because I know you like to blow them big. Big pause on that. My bad. I know you like to smoke a lot, but yeah,
No, you're absolutely right. I do like to blow them big. That's why I gotta stop, man. Like the clarity is so good because I'm thinking about where I put my other ledger, and now I know where it is. So I just have to go back to Toronto to get it.
the 12 hours of not smoking weed gave you the ability to have the foresight to find this ledger. That's amazing.
imagine what you're gonna find when you're like 2 days sober. You're
No.
Bro, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not even lying to you. Like, I don't know where my 2 ledger blues are, and I had them here. I don't know where I have the demo unit of the e-paper ledger. I need to find that box because I'm supposed to return that to get a production unit. So I got to do that soon.
I would highly suggest some deep breath work. There are a lot of ways to go about that, but whenever you feel like that, you kind of want to, you just get a little pop. If you can do some super deep breath work, whether it's box breathing or nadi sudi or some other technique that you vibe with, I think that that sort of momentary hit, you'll feel it. You will feel it in a big way, especially like in the back of your head. I know that I've sort of guided a handful of my friends who they're all from Oklahoma where it's legal, and they like when it went legal, they went. I mean, they were already going pretty fucking hard in the paint, but they went to 10. And it was like they got to where it was like it was either live rosin dabs or nothing. Like they couldn't feel it. I was like, all right, you guys might need to take a break. And so we kind of did a little group break situation and really started going pretty heavy in meditation and breath work. And for a handful of them, it really it assuaged that sort of psychological yearning, because as we know that it's not physically addictive, but it can definitely be psychologically addictive, and I mean depending on how you were using it, it can become sort of a crutch. You sort of convince yourself that you can't like be creative, or you can't write or play music or whatever if you're not just a little tilted. And I think you'll find that for whatever reason that if you really dig a little bit deeper within yourself and like you say, take joy in that clarity, really tap into that and tap into it in a real meaningful way, and sort of use some of the other natural techniques that we have readily available, whether that be meditation, yoga practice, pranayama, whatever it may be. But yeah, man, I'm gunning for you, Kuro. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, bro. My whole game plan is just sobriety for about a month. Just focus on what I got to do. Learn this Wonder Dynamics stuff. Put out the content. And, sorry.
Dude, tell Saint to slow down.
Bro, he's
Saint's running.
he's healthy for me, bro. Yeah, he has to.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's
They
got to.
tell you that, I've heard that if you don't put like a day limit on it, like 30 days, like when you put a day limit on it, like your brain works to that, and then like you're just prepared to like 31, you're just in. If you do it like one day at a time, you'll usually get further along, is what I've heard. So just a thought. If you focus too much on that 30 days, it can sometimes end up backfiring, especially when you feel good. So, but I'm happy for you. You've changed my life. That's for freaking sure.
Yeah, mine too, for real. I agree. One step at a time, man. One day at a time, and you'll get through it. As long as what I've learned, as long as you occupy yourself with something that holds you accountable, you don't want to go backwards, right? So, for instance, if you are doing something like you said, exercising or meditation or something that holds you accountable to not embark in those situations, then you don't want to go backwards into doing it. But I also found if you dive into it after you haven't been diving into it or haven't dove into it in quite some time, you're going balls deep in that joint, face down. I need all of it at one time, or at least that's how it works for me. Like I get super into something. If I avoid it and then I dive into it, it's a wrap, and I am all day, every day. Gimme. That's what's up, man. 12 hours is a long time.
That's why you got to surround yourself by
for
clones that
me,
you can't have.
like now I'm back on my sleeping meds, right? So not having the cannabis in my system is making it so I'm not short-tempered, which has been an issue lately. Sometimes you just have to see yourself at your worst for you to understand what's going on, and just kind of like have the courage to like face it, man. Because sometimes I would just like I suffer from a lot of escapism thoughts and stuff, right? So I just sometimes you have to realize that you're not in a good state. It doesn't matter how healthy you are or whatever. If your mental health goes below your physical health, it's not great.
Yeah, the crazy thing about the escapism is like, like that's sort of how you get into it, right? You want to escape sort of reality, and then eventually that becomes your reality, like because you're so sort of engulfed in it, you know what I mean? And like then to be sober is an escape from reality. So it's a weird sort of juxtaposition whenever you really get deep down in it, especially something like cannabis, which isn't, especially if it's legal where you live, like it's not really, a lot of the stigma has been sort of lifted from cannabis and whatnot. But even at the same time, it's still a drug. And same with booze, like it's still poison, like it's still a drug. And I mean, you gotta treat it with respect, and treat your body with respect. You know what I mean? I think that was one of the main things about the booze is whenever you really like reorient your life around, I'm going to make this body my temple, and I'm really going to take care of it because it's the only one I got. And you can kind of approach it in a way of knowing what your goal is, and that is to to keep your body sort of pure. So it will help you do what you need to do. It will give you that clarity. It will get you from point A to point B. It'll allow you to go run. You know what I mean? And it's like whenever you're partaking in a particular substance that is suboptimal for your existence and whatever and what you're trying to do, what you're trying to create, whether that's putting up barriers between your mind or in your physical body. It can be difficult, but if you tear down those barriers and you live a pure life, you'll be amazed. Just put it that way. You will be amazed at what you can accomplish, both with that mental clarity and with that pure physicality as well.
Just ask Compound after he was at that concert this weekend. He knows what it feels like, just being completely clean and sober. He's probably like driving and sweating right now. Like, fuck, man, I gotta get home. I gotta work out, and I gotta. I'm just thinking about what he's thinking about this whole time. Such a fire conversation because it's so true. It's so true. Like Kuro's having a moment of clarity is what I'm hearing, man. And like, because it's not very often you say what you just said. So I'm gonna follow up with you, man. Talk a little bit more about it because it gets me fired up, helps me too. But Compound, how you feel right now?
Dude, I actually feel good. You guys would be surprised, dude. I went the whole first 2 days entirely sober, and this thing runs till like 6 in the morning. And Shauna's like, what, not even like an energy drink? You're not going to drink nothing? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna rock both these days sober. And then the last night, um, I had a little bit, but I still didn't feel too bad. When you do 3 days of drinking, you'd be really crushed. But those first 2 days were easy, man. Surprisingly.
Did you guys have good weather to camp and stuff?
Yeah, dude, it was really, really hot out. So they run these things at night. So it doesn't even start till like 8 p.m. really. And then it ends at like 5:30 in the morning. So it goes at night in Vegas because you can't do anything in the day in Vegas.
Oh, is that where you were? Is EDC?
Yeah, I was a DVC.
Oh, I went to that, dude. That is nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I went to the one in Las Vegas Motor Speedway too. The traffic is insane. Wait, so you guys camped out there?
Yeah, we're actually towing the RV right now. We this is our third year. We bring the RV out, and we have 3 or 4 other friends that have RVs, and we'll like make like a big circle, and then we'll camp it out because you don't want to sit in the traffic. You just kind of walk right in. You actually park the RV at the speedway, so
Yeah,
it's
no,
right
everybody's
outside
out
the
there.
entrance.
How about all the people that are just passed out on the middle of the speedway at night? Like sitting up against the wall of the racetrack and like laying on the middle of the racetrack.
Hey,
Dude, it is so out there. I had such a good time. I said if I ever go back, I gotta have a police escort and VIP tickets are like the
dude,
highest point in the concert.
bro, this is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they have helicopter service that flies all night, and it's like a
That's what I'm
specific
talking about.
ticket type of VIP, and they fly you in helicopter, and then you take the helicopter out, bro. Like, you see them flying in and out all night. They're like a train of helicopters. See, I don't got it like that, so I bring the RV out, and we walk in and walk out right outside the gate. And yeah, dude, people go hard and they don't manage themselves well, and they fall asleep.
They don't.
But
They do not manage themselves well. You can tell. Like that's a rookie.
that's a rookie. Yeah, no, it's fun, dude. If you've been, you know.
I know.
Did you
So,
see the videos? My girlfriend and all her friends dressed as. You got to look in the chat, bro. They dressed as old
yeah, I thought it
ladies.
was your grandma. So funny, man. And then
She was cruising
dancing
around in a
so
walker,
hard.
bro.
Well, and then crushing the dance floor. Dude, they were like, "Oh my god."
There's so many good videos. If I find any other ones, I'll show you all.
Oh, that's so funny. That's where you guys were at. That is such a fucking wild event.
Yeah, no, Baron, you got to do the helicopter service, man.
No,
That's a
my wife and I,
Bayron type thing.
my wife and I were saying that we want to go out there to next year for it because it is like it's fun, man. I love that shit. I love just the people watching too.
A lot of the people who drive in and wait in the traffic like that's a hard way to do it. Like, you can make it easy on yourself by staying at the speedway and just kind of walking in, or you could rent like a big old like a fifth wheel, like a diesel pusher, like a house on wheels, and just park it there, Baron, and you and your wife walk in each night.
Sounds like an artifact event we should be doing, fellas. Just rent a bunch of buses and then park them out there. Dude, it would be fun.
There were other clones there. I saw somebody on the timeline posting, and I messaged him, and he had met another clone holder there. And yeah, dude, I guess there were a few of us there.
Just go cosplay.
Just go. Every time I was in the crowd, I was like, dude, none of these people know I own a clone. I can't believe it.
But if you had a
None of
suitcase, if you
I
none of these
know.
when you go,
none
you
of
The
get a
these
suitcase,
suitcase, yeah.
and then
none
Suitcase
of
it
these
can
rolling
be
up
right
there with a
there,
side.
and then they'll know.
none of these people know I have the Murakami drip
Yeah,
Air
they
Force
don't even
Ones.
know.
Unbelievable,
Next
dude.
year we're gonna have so many suitcases, we'll just use them as coolers.
If I had that suitcase, bro, I could just push it through the crowd and people would make way. Just split the crowd.
Clear a path. Clear a path.
Do
I
you know
got
this is
that
the
Rimowa.
Ramoa by Artifact suitcase? Get
Just
out of
put
the
some
way.
lights on that thing like a strobe light.
Bud
You
virus
you
proof.
go,
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
it's got beers inside of it, right? In a cooler.
Speakers.
It's got a speaker in it. Yo, Tevi, what if you opened it up, your suitcase, and inside of it was a DJ with speakers, like a little mini DJ, and he was just playing music for you anytime he wanted?
Well,
Could you imagine?
that's what that little robot helper is. The workabot is probably inside playing music, DJing.
What if
I'm just,
while he's spraying cologne on you while he's DJing? Just oh
exactly.
my god. Anything could be in that suitcase. You just never know.
And
That's
he makes you wearables that you can sell. It's
that's
like a
why I need one.
For all
he's a
you
printer.
know, there's like an Air Force One Remova style in there, and that's when you open it up, it just comes with it. The workabot
That's what I'm
can
saying,
turn
dude.
into it and then turn back and then serve you a drink and DJ and play some cool tunes for you.
You open up your suitcase and it's lifetime tickets to EDC with Baron flying in a helicopter. Could you
Oh
imagine?
man, could you imagine though?
Could you imagine? I don't really like helicopters, to be honest, everybody. They don't look like they were made to fly. So yeah, I will have to figure out another motor. I like this RV, like those big motor campers, like a Provo. Just get a
Baron,
bunch of peeps out there and rage.
Baron, you could, like, if you're serious, come with us, and we all four, like, we have 4 RVs. We all camp together, and it's a lot better time when you're with a bunch of friends, all in a circle, have a big campground with music and just having a good time. You can come with our group.
Yep, love it.
LeBron just got swept in Western Conference
What?
Finals.
They were up 15. They were up by 15 points at half.
Now they down by 2. Game over. Crazy. Still shout out to LeBron, man. Still the king. I don't give a damn what nobody else say. But no, yeah, I've never been to EDC either. I've never been.
What shoes did he wear today?
I have no idea. I guess
because he didn't wear the Artifact shoes, he lost.
The loser force.
This is on him, bro. I was waiting for that jersey. This guy disappointed me. I'm not even. Oh my god.
Dude, Bronny stole them all from him, I heard. Went in the house, took them out, and was like, Dad, these are mine. Because that's what I would do if I were.
Dad, these are mine. Sit down and be quiet.
Yeah, Dad.
Work out.
Bron's like, all right.
LeBron.
Like, that's how dads are. Like, dude, you just like, all right.
Bronny the Junior.
Say that again, Kuro. Sorry.
I said Bronny's the Junior. He can pipe up to LeBron. That's wild. That is the wildest. If he's listening right now, do not do that. Your father is too tall for that. Don't do it.
Said he can't pipe up to LeBron. Sit down, Dad. You got swept. These are mine now. No, shout out to the king, man. He's still the king of here. Speaking of shoes, did you see that miraculous post that Alt put up earlier today, bro? That shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was immediate retweet.
Oh
so good.
My gosh!
Are you talking about the patent? Like,
yes, the breakdown. I was at Pump's graduation lunch, just reading this stuff to the people. Like, yo, look, this is phenomenal. You see this? Look, this is crazy. That was amazing. An amazing post. I never went that deep into it myself, but it makes so much more sense.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, y'all heard me say this before, but once you get into like the patents and what they're actually creating, like first of all, again, shout out to Alt.
Oh man, this is brutal. Every time I feel like having a cigarette, I go and I brush my teeth. It makes you not want to smoke a cigarette because it just tastes so freaking good, man.
Am I wrong?
I got the little kid's toothpaste.
No,
Also.
you're not.
Drop.
Kirill, can you hear
Can you hear
Tevin?
me,
Or are you
Kirill?
Oh, I'm rugged. Drop me down. I'll drop myself down.
drop it down?
Drop it. Isn't that a song? Drop it down.
Wipe me down.
Wipe me down. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Hey, yeah. But anyways, yeah, man. Like, so the reason why I'm like bullish over the moon, like on Artifact, and why I keep going back to this, right? Like, yeah, the FUD happened, all that stuff, but like when I spent 3 hours on a flight reading through patents and like seeing everything that was being put together, right? And it's like if you go to that level and you're looking beyond the next 2 weeks or the next day and what's happening, like next month, if you go down to that level, man, like then you're just focused on execution and what the team is dropping and can drop, and you cannot be bothered. And so I think Alts did like a fantastic job, like condensing a lot of that stuff right in that one single post. And that's, it gives you a glimpse into like what's actually coming. But, if you don't want to do the whole, read three hours, read 2-3 patents and all that stuff, that post is all you need to know. That's literally all you need to know. And
All
Yeah,
the
it's
good stuff.
super duper fucking concise. But I think that like whenever you're watching business cycles too, like it reinforces everything as well. Like whenever you see that what's essentially happening in retail right now, and the Nike parent, trying to transition away from this sort of brick and mortar, going direct to consumer, than doing like this sort of made to order thing to fix their inventory
yep,
issues. And Artifact is just the fucking tip of the spear
yep,
for Nike. That's why they bought them, and that's like, because you have to know that a mega corporation like that is preparing itself for the future, and they saw the future in Artifact. That's why they purchased Artifact. And as this whole thing, I mean, this is kind of something that you sort of intuit whenever you take a couple of steps back. But as the business cycle sort of comes through, and you see what's happening with Dot Swoosh simultaneously, you know what I mean, and you see like all the issues that all of these retailers are having, and you see what Artifact's doing simultaneously, and you see the rollout. I mean, you see like the little nuggets that they've been sort of leaving and interweaving with the marketplace situation. I mean, I think that was the one that's the one that's really going to bring it home to people whenever digital goods and digital collectibles are going to essentially not necessarily take over, but be like work in tandem with that sort of sneaker subculture that was created with Nike, because they know, I mean, Nike sees that, and they know that that's their bread and butter. Their bread and butter in, selling fucking sneakers to old men mowing their lawn. They got New Balances for that. But no, you see what I'm saying? Like they saw what happened with the luxury collabs and pushing that through. They've seen what happens in the aftermarket with StockX, and it's like, they come up with a holistic solution for all of that shit, all of it, like fucking beginning to end. And you see it right there in Alt's tweet, dude. And it's fucking insane.
No, it makes sense to create a digital marketplace that way. And we spoke about this many a times before here in Bad Take, where we started talking about shoes and started going into the whole Dot Swoosh situation, where you gather or create a community for some of the brightest designers, up and coming designers, to become exactly that, and give them an option and an opportunity to actually create a digital sneaker that can possibly be created as a physical sneaker and give them a percentage. Then you can hire them as the new designers and take on the lineage of Nike and carry it over. But not only that, creating the secondary market to house and hold these creations and to sell and receive the residuals on a percentage of, like, it's genius, man. We've had these conversations many of times, but to actually see the breakdown of it through the patent on paper, it's like, yo.
Yeah, and like the wisdom and the power of crowds is something that they're really tapping into. The wisdom of the crowd, insofar as they have that subculture, they can tap into that talent, like you say, Dre, and also the power, of the crowd to be able to pull through the designs that surface, like to actually cherry pick the gems, right, and pull those through. If a design gets enough traction, then Nike can go, all right, we're gonna make this motherfucker, and there's a built-in crowd that's gonna buy it.
It's potentially taking your songs as an artist, putting out an album for a community who's tokenized, only a specific group of people or a specific amount of people, playing the album for them, or playing a collection of songs. We won't even call it an album. Playing a collection of songs for them, letting the community say, yo, I like this song. Number 5, this is that shit I fuck with. 98% of the community fucks with the song. So you take the song, put the song out for the rest of the world to hear, and then you got a number 1 hit on your hands before you even have to pour any other money into trying to figure out if other people will rock it or like it, because you already have the tokenized experience and data showing that 98% have it or love that song. It's the same situation with these shoes. They're going to put it on in these markets. People going to go after it. And it's exactly what Ellen said. They're going to say, oh, man, we got to create a physical part of this because we see it's going ham and people love it that much. They want to own it and giving it to them. And the percentages are in the bag. It's a guaranteed hit. It's already known. So it's just a genius level execution. And this is going to, again, shape the future of what retail is from this point forward. Baron, what's good, bro?
Sorry. When you watched that Air movie, did you feel like they were like setting us up for reintroducing this idea of sharing revenue with the creator, similar to how they did it for the first time with Jordan, like that big moment with his mom on the phone? And that's just kind of when it was like, felt like a primer of like their history, and they're unveiling this whole new campaign of where they're going. And like you said, everybody's following suit. Did you see eBay sends an NFC chip with their verified watches now? Now, can they tell you if they're verified or not? That's up to the, I would hope so, right? That's their business model. But yeah, you get a NFC chip with the watch that shows that you own it. Now, is that NFC chip on the blockchain? I don't know, but it will be. We're going there. So I saw that this weekend and kind of blew my mind.
You know what I got from the Air movie was the correlation of how Artifact is in the position of where Michael Jordan was in 1984, and having the opportunity to create something simultaneously with a company that can see the potential within a brand. That's what I put together. That's why I thought it would be such a great idea for everyone to see it, who's a part of our ecosystem and part of our community, because I think it will help things click for a lot of people out there who don't fully, truly understand, right? They can see the hype behind it now because of the execution of the forging event and how it's been worked out. But watching that movie will help it be more of a reality. Like, oh shit, I get it now. And it makes perfect sense. And this is something we should be extremely proud of because we're part of the process. And people should be screaming about that, right? Because they gave this opportunity to a kid who had never touched the hardwood before, and as an NBA hardwood, pause. I'm going on a tyrant tonight with the pauses, but they never seen him play a game before. And they poured everything into him, right? To see, because they knew he could execute. Same situation with Artifact. Never seen them truly take their game to this level, but they poured everything into them because they know they can execute. And that's what's happening. It's the execution. The building up of the MVP season is happening right here in front of us. So yeah, that's the correlation that I had. And I think everybody in the ecosystem should watch it, man, because I think they can pick up those pieces as well. Speaking of the movie, man, we're supposed to have that tomorrow. We still have a movie night?
Yo, let's have movie night tomorrow. Where's Price?
I'll bring my blanket.
I'll bring my blanket. Yo, pull up to the Discord, the Bad Take Discord. We got a Bad Take Discord. We're gonna have a movie night tomorrow night. I'll be home on my computer for the movie night. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, dude, it's good. It'd be awesome. I actually went into the On Cyber Monday because I was going to try to tease out some alpha from them for the pods and quests and what's coming next for Artifact. This was just kind of a overarching thing. He's like, I got some things I want to share with y'all, and the first one was we're gonna have chairs, and I. Just like you gonna do what? So apparently we're gonna have chairs. We don't have to sit on the floor anymore. Cyber.
No way, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
What's the big update? We got chairs, baby.
Yeah, we got
chairs. Yo, that's tweetable.
But I actually did tease out a little bit of the fact that all of that shit is in beta right now, and apparently, like, if you know Java, then you can hop in to their Discord and like maybe even see what's going on in there. But I think that what they did say is there are scripts and they're running beta tests essentially right now that will allow for much more interactivity in On Cyber. That's like including like tagging different things, picking up and carrying items. All the shit that you can essentially do in Java is like creates a much more interactive and open platform for what you would assume a quest would look like. So I don't know how far along they are. I don't know I would assume that Artifact's in there in the beta test, really pushing the boundaries of, what they can do on Cyber, because that, at the moment that's our fucking metaverse. That's our space. So I would imagine that we working hand in hand with them on that shit. But that is what I got out of all that. And they got chairs. So apparently maybe we can watch this movie on chairs. I don't know.
I preferred laying on the ground like I was dead. But yeah, chairs might, that's an upgrade.
Dude, I'm gonna need an ottoman for my feet if I'm really gonna cozy up in this blanket. You know what I'm saying? Compound. Can you imagine just sitting in a chair to watch the movie?
What if your Ramoa bag comes with a blanket inside? Are we going to be mad or are we going to be happy?
Oh my God. I was literally just going to say that and you stole it from me.
No.
Not like got this perfume smell on it. I don't care.
I'm front running Tevi on all the bags.
Yeah, I was literally. That's like the first. I'm like, oh, I gotta hit Compound with that one, and then you front ran me. That was perfect.
Whatever bag you think has the perfume in it, I don't want it. No, I'm kidding.
I think that's the red one. I think the red one has the perfume in it.
I just want the Billies to come out of the Vision bag.
I don't think a perfume would be the bee's knees. I don't, you know what I mean? I probably would send the Remora back if they said it with perfume. I'm like, you know what?
Like, dude, you don't know what I like.
No thanks.
You guys are getting yourself so hyped up over everything. AR glasses and different like sunglasses, and it's gonna be like a few stickers or something. And you'd be like, what the hell? FUD on the timeline.
But that crossbody back being zoomed in, though. They zoomed in on it, man. That means something. You don't zoom in on just anything and everything.
Why? That would be such an old play. To tease that, and then I don't think it's in there. I honestly don't. But if it is, I will be pleasantly surprised. But I cannot take the mindset that something's in there, because that's assuming they're going to give us something for free, arguably.
Yeah.
Wait, do they do airdrops in this community or stuff like that? That'd be like a physical
airdrop.
A physical airdrop.
Oh, and reward you for trusting in them and buying the asset. Oh, that's cool for holders. That utility.
I'm not hyping myself up to be.
How do you guys feel
anything.
How do you guys feel about Zagabon posting a broom after the Lakers got swept?
Damn, Zags.
Zagabon trolling Laker fans from his account. This is great.
Damn, Zags.
And then Zagabirdo, he's in LA too. That motherfucker lives in LA.
Wait. And look like a saint.
It gets better. The tweet directly above Zagabon's broom is Frank from D-God saying, "Okay, fuck this. I'm taking a cold plunge when I get home." I don't know if he's a Laker fan, but it's just so funny to see them both tweet on top of each other.
Bro, he's a huge Laker fan, Frank, bro. Because he asked me why I was so concerned about the Lakers and stuff, and I'm like, because I want that jersey. I don't particularly care who wins. I just want.
Oh, dude, that is funny. I'm looking at it right now. That looks like the offhand, because they do have a broom offhand and collection. They just edited out the actual Azuki and put the broom on there.
Dude, the first tweet I'm looking at, Frank is saying, "Okay, fuck this. I'm about to take a cold plunge when I get home." And then the one below it, Zagabon's with the sweep of the broom.
Bro, what is the time? They about to be on LeBron's ass about this, bro. They about to be on his ass.
That ain't LeBron, man. That motherfucker scored 50 points or some shit.
I know, something stupid, but it don't matter. That's how it is. When you're a leader in a situation, something happened, you the one that they blame. And on the flip side of that coin, if he won it all, they be saying, "Oh, it's because you got XYZ on your team."
Great teamwork. Yeah. He would never get the credit
ever. That's how they treat him. Good luck. I honestly didn't think they was gonna make it this far, but they turned the season around just to get swept. Damn.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I don't necessarily feel bad for him, because just that's what you get paid for. But I don't know, man. It's sometimes it's dude, you're getting paid a fortune. Just it's part of the gig, and I think they view it that way. I don't think, to me, it's people say athletes are overpaid, but in my eyes, anytime I see someone make a lot of money, it's usually because they earned it. The amount of shit they have to put up with, the amount of people they have to pay before they get paid, the amount of scrutiny in their life. It's I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of people who disagree with me, but this is why he gets paid the big bucks.
This is why he gets paid the big bucks. The whole team was balling, though. The whole Lakers squad, man. 40, man. They was going. LeBron definitely put up 40 points. But you win some, you lose some. But you live. You live to fight another day.
So who's still in this going to the finals?
The Heat. I think the Heat is going to win. The Heat and the Nuggets. So I don't know. I've only watched probably a total of 3 basketball games this entire season. One of them being the one I watched with you a couple of weeks ago. So,
yeah, well, I don't watch a lot of basketball.
I used to. I don't anymore.
Yo, I want to talk about the Ramoa. Do you guys know what a Jarvis is?
Jarvis from Iron Man?
No, these toy AI thing that you talk to, and it's on the desk. You're "Hey, Jarvis, how's your day?" And it'll be and then it'd be you know what I'm talking about? And it'll do a small circle. and I'll look at you and do like a smile, and then I'll be like, okay, good night, and I'll like power off. Like, what if we have one of those bots on our desk, like a FUD bot?
Inside the case, right?
No, Tevi, stop it. You're
Oh.
just
What about the little robot from Rick and Morty when he goes, "What is my purpose?" And he's like, "You serve butter." And he goes, "Oh my god." Like, what if that's what the worker bot is? What is your purpose?
People do have Jarvis enabled. Subscribe to run code and do take over their desktop
I
and
know,
stuff.
but I would want like a
Yeah,
FUD bot to be like that. It
yeah, yeah.
reminds me of the female version of the that movie, the Disney movie with the robot.
Which was that?
Lost in Space.
Ah, it looked like a Jarvis, but then the female looked like the worker bot.
Rosie from the Jetsons?
It was like I gotta search it up. It more
But
looks like that old movie, the one with the robot, and it looked like a binocular eyes kind of thing. Somebody help me out.
I do not know that one.
I
yeah,
Did
I don't know what
Short
this is.
Circuit?
is it start? It's the
No.
one where there's like
Was
the
it
fat
Short Circuit?
humans, and then the humans are
Oh
like
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Wally.
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 Wally. There you
Wally.
go. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Wally.
yeah,
Wally.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then
That's our boy.
that stem off of like a live movie made long time ago.
Really?
Yes, it came from a live movie where
Talking
the
about
friend is
Wally
like a
and Short Circuit.
Short Circuit is the live movie. Yes, yes.
Well, we know Short Circuit. It came out in the 80s. But I'm talking about. I didn't know Wally was based off a live movie from back in the day. All you had to do was say fat humans, and we would have guessed Wally off top.
Yeah, the second you said that, I was like, yeah, I know which one that is because I was
Yeah,
shocked.
everybody
I was
knows
like,
that
oh
fat.
man, like this is what humanity is destined to be like.
Man, that was such a good movie,
It
bro.
was. It
Wow.
was. I like that one.
Wally is a classic. No, for sure.
Yeah, I like the X-ray part of it too, where they're like, yeah, the reason why they're floating around is because their bones are literally disconnected from one another, and there's fat in between. And they give you the X-ray. I was like, bruh, like really, Disney? That's how you're gonna do them?
Oh man,
That was on
super
point.
fat. That's good stuff. I had a point I was gonna make too. I forgot. We started talking about fat people and bones. Damn, it
It was
completely
about
lost me.
Ramoa, dude. You've been trying to say something about Ramoa.
Nah, I don't even really want to talk about it because a part of me is still hurting from not owning one. So I don't like to wallow in that type of pain.
No,
But
that's different.
I don't know. I
We'll
think
it's fun to make Tevy do it though.
I mean, anytime I hear anybody speak about it, it's still a little. It's like seeing an ex-girlfriend that's moved on. You know what I'm saying? You see her happy, and you're like, damn, man, I used to make her happy.
Well, we'll
That's
have
how I
a
feel with the
certificate
Ramon.
and be like, you guys made a lifelong friend, kind of like the Penguins, you know?
I see now I'm lost again. I don't know
I
what the
mean,
hell's going on.
Like here, you sign here, and this is like your lifelong luggage bag.
all I'm gonna say though, Dre and subscribers, I mean, if you put an offer out there, she might come back. Like you gotta show her or the bag that you really want the bag or her, and then she might come back.
Wait, what's going on
Yo,
here?
Dude, I got.
you guys missed out on it maybe if you guys haven't been paying
Oh,
attention to Instagram. So the Penguins, was it the Pudgy Penguins? They release their own physicals and they're partnered up with Amazon
Yeah,
and they sold a
they
lot
made a
of items.
bag.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
500K.
And like
Yeah.
one of their things, they open it up and you sign a certificate, and then it's like, hey, it's your lifelong penguin friend.
What's
Yeah, the
wild?
crazy thing was they were selling the shit that they got, right? Because you opened it up and you scanned it and you got a bunch of fucking Polygon, and then like you bought it for $50, and then all the like NFTs that you got on Polygon are worth like 200 or whatever they're worth. But yeah, I thought that shit was crazy as hell when I saw people basically came up, almost $200 on that thing.
They said that was the whole point is that you had to sell the compounds hot mic and it's throwing me off. This is the first time I wish I could mute co-host. There we go. But no, they said that you had to sell the items that came with the Pudgy Penguin and it paid for the cost of the Pudgy Penguin collectible. And that's the way that you're making money as a community. And people were really hype about that. And then I'm selling like $500,000 worth of Pudgy Penguins. It's wild because I fudded the shit out of people making toys like a week prior to that at the panel on a panel I was on. I fudded the shit out of it.
You did like end up like backing up like at the end of it after you realized that it was like a complete like kind of misfud.
Man,
But your point was valid.
We
It's like
talked about it in here.
Yeah.
the point was valid, and it's like this isn't like, yeah, it might work, but arguably it's like it's not really anything new. We're kind of going back to like the old business model. So I don't know that to step up and defend my guy here is what I heard was like it's not necessarily as pushing the boundaries and going forward as much as this project is, or in general, it's just you're going back to retail, you're going back to Web 2. But it's cool, dude. It's cool that they're exploring it. But $500,000, dude, we did $2 million on $20 digitals.
no, Baron, you don't think like that because Amazon want to join Web3. So them partnering up with Amazon and being the number one being sold as toys is a big thing for Web3.
Yeah,
Wait, so is that the Web3 move that Amazon was looking to do? Was the Pudgy Penguins toy? That was it? That was the one thing I was waiting on?
If nothing
maybe.
else, it provides visibility, right? Like, and that I think, and that was really like the point is, yeah, it might not be like the big splashy move or whatnot, but if nothing else, now you have again, if you think super long term, like now you have a generation of kids that are buying these toys. They're going to be interested in the provenance, like the parents are paying for it. And now, like, it started with a toy, but like, oh, I really like the toy. Like, what is the story behind it? Which then kind of lead all the way back, and you kind of create that connection there. So, is it the big move Amazon is making? I don't know, but from a visibility standpoint, brand building, there's definitely some value there.
No, yeah, I can agree with that. I just thought it was Amazon making a solo move as Amazon with Web3. I didn't know it was a Pudgy Penguin alley-oop. But that's dope. I mean, and I appreciate you defending me, Baron. Thank you for the love. I will say it wasn't.
Yo, real quick, we gotta FUD this Frank kid. Yeah. I'm gonna hyperventilate in about 2 minutes, bro. Yeah, I'm flooring these fucking D-gods. Fuck this kid, man.
Hold on. Tell us what's going on.
Bro, he said that the shoes were the top signal. They won that game. How is that the top? How is that the top?
The shoes are the top.
Wait, he said the
what?
Dude,
Yo,
I
honestly,
just read that
it's hilarious,
too.
and I'm gonna retweet it. But
What are we talking about?
Fucking dead right now.
Of Artifact?
I think Frank D. God said
Frank.
something.
Here, I'll pin it, man.
Yeah, pin it.
I'm gonna retweet it. Dude. What the fuck? I have to. It's so funny. But it's not funny because it's not the real top. It's not the Pico top, man. The Pico top is not wearing them again. He only won that game because he was wearing the shoes. I don't care what anyone says.
It's the wrong term. It's like that was the biggest mistake was that he never wore them again. Right, Curl?
Yo, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put LeBron in one of his fucking sweaters and been like, this would have been the Pico top. And quote tweet him. Thank you, Baron. That's why I love you, Baron.
See, we get through it together, man. That's just how it works. This is how this stuff works.
This is what 12
See,
days.
we're here right now.
This is what 12 days
I
of
was
clarity will do
driving
for
to
you.
the dispensary to buy weed. I'm telling you. If you weren't here, Baron, I'd be driving to the dispensary to buy weed.
Kuro, remember 12 hours of clarity.
12 hours,
12
bro.
hours of
12 days.
clarity,
If I
man.
was on 12 days,
Don't mess it
I
up.
would
You're trying to
never
get
be
to 12
smoking
days
weed
now.
again, bro. No, we don't want to even think about that.
Yeah,
We're
we're doing 1 hour at a time.
we're doing 1 hour at a time.
Fuck a day, dude.
Hey, yo, he definitely did turn the LeBron shoe wearing into a negative connotation. I didn't even. Damn, Frank.
Yo, I'm gonna do Frank dirty. Don't worry.
Is he saying he's saying it was the LeBron top? Is what he's saying.
No, I know what you're saying. But still, the association is still heavily,
He's about
it's
to
paired along with
engagement
it.
farm y'all, man. Like, don't fall for it.
What do
Let's
you mean?
take
I've
the
fallen, dude.
wait.
Like,
Let's
I
take
already
the.
fallen.
Wait. I'm gonna
Up.
use the D God sweater and I'm gonna copy pasta, baby. Let's go, baby. Clones rule everything right now. Yo,
So are
they
we?
can't copy pasta better than us. I've copied pasta the worst of the worst and the best of the best. They're not gonna win this copy pasta battle with us.
Is he trying to take eyes off of them booty ass sweaters by putting them shoes on it on his timeline?
Yeah, they
Yo,
photoshopped
maybe it's
the
the
gods
attack.
on fucking Steph.
Dude, Kuro put a W in pasta. Pasta. It's fucking hilarious how you say it, dude.
He said
It's like
pasta. It's like he from Boston. Copy pasta.
Oh, God.
Nah, man, get that pasta ready. I'm ready to copy it as well.
I'm gonna put the D Gods hoodie where the top signal. I don't even know how am I fuck. Dang, what do they have that's plural? This is hard.
Dude, you got to find.
I know this kid analyzed it because I've spoken to him like in an out of context conversation before, and he just is too analytical. He fucking got me.
You got to just find a picture of LeBron like all covered up in towels at like a after game interview and put him in the hoodie. It's pretty funny. I love the fact that that picture is iconic. People are going to go back to that a million times. It's dude, can't take it away. He should have kept wearing the shoes.
Damn, it would have been iconic if he won the championship. Because that photo would have lived forever on its own. Now it's going to be the swept season photo. Pasta.
We should have given the Angels to Curry. I don't know.
Oh, boo. He already had the D guys hoodie. That's what fucked him up in the first place.
All that shit was photoshopped.
Yeah, no.
His wife wouldn't let him wear them anyways.
He's like, he got an Under Armour lifetime contract. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
We don't want him anyway, though, you know? Shout out to Curry with the pot, but we don't want your cooking, my guy. We want pasta.
It's not till July, right?
I'm just going to comment. Hey, wake up, babe. The hoodie guy's talking shoes.
We need to get our boy Jimmy Butler. Get him off that aloe vera. Be like, this is sustainability, no waste, and you get the fire. Because I don't think he has a contract with Nike.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, he probably will after this season on the way he's been balling.
Yeah, we got to get to him first. Be like, Jimmy, try these shoes on, brother.
You know, it'd be fire to have somebody wear some CIRLs and hoop in them. They said John Morant was wear testing them, so that would be dope.
Well, we don't talk about that.
We couldn't get someone that's actually good like Stephen Curry. Like, what the hell are these guys doing here, man?
Curry has a lifetime contract with Under Armour. He can't do it.
Oh, he's gonna go broke. I don't want to hear about this.
Did they pay?
No, that's why he has one. They
pay.
scooped and scored with that one.
Yeah.
They don't pay better than Nike.
I don't know, bro.
Eh.
I don't know, bro.
What, is he the only person signed to Under Armour? I never even seen anyone wearing Under Armour in my life.
Him and The Rock.
And Jordan Spieth. He's got that black.
I don't know who any of those people are, to be honest.
You don't know who The Rock is? You've been in
Like the
Canada
wrestler?
way too long. Yeah, The Rock.
I don't watch wrestling, bro.
That's my
I
cousin.
wrestle. I don't watch wrestling, bro. I'm not that guy.
I don't
you
watch
guys
wrestling
see-
either. I know The Rock is.
Did you guys see that? Why Drake had to sell those CIRLs? He's down bad in his gambling, dude. I saw this thing on Instagram. Sad.
No way. He's not. No way.
Just fucking around.
Bro, they literally gave him like 300 Bitcoin. He hasn't even got through 40 yet.
Who gave him 300 Bitcoin?
The stake people. Or not stake, what's it called? The wallet. And they gave him equity in the wallet.
Just because it's Drake?
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that, bro? I need to
Honestly,
work up.
Bro.
Guys.
You know, A16Z gave him a whole leap of crypto, ledger, everything. This guy still hasn't used it. Yo, let me take a screenshot. I will send it to you guys to prove it. But yeah, I tried to show this guy CloneX. This idiot only took the shoes, and then he sold them.
Yeah, he don't need them shoes, man. That's mad. Wow, they gifted him crypto so he could say he has crypto.
Bro,
I mean, how hard would it be to get fucking Drake to fucking click a link? You know, come on.
oh, I could drain his wallet. That's not a problem. I don't need to drain his wallet. What I need him to do.
Yeah, don't audio clip it.
Yeah. Yo.
There's gonna be so many of these guys wearing this stuff. Literally, the Travis Scott's just turned into panda dunks in the locker room. I can't stop seeing these guys wear them. I'm like, you're a fool too. And you know that every time they walk in, they're like, gosh darn it, man, I thought he'd wear the white ones, not the blue ones. And it's like, why do they even have to think like that? We're providing options. They've probably been begging for it forever. I'd love to know more about like the demands that they put on Nike for their gear.
You definitely should have photoshopped LeBron wearing that hoodie, man.
Oh, I'm working on it right now, bro. I'm just trying to find a bad angle of that hoodie where it's all rumpled up and stuff. I might even just make the creases myself.
Trey, you need to get that jacket that Bron's wearing.
What is it? I don't even know what that is.
I know, dude. I've been trying to figure it out. I'm sure it says somewhere. It looked fire on you, dude.
I think it does. It's giving me springtime at grandma's house. But yeah,
No. Dude, that's a grocery store run outfit.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Ooh, forgot my coat. Oh, I got it.
That definitely will wear it though. That's like, I feel you, bro.
Yeah, so can we fucking see Jimmy Buckets like right fucking now, or how are we gonna do this?
He's size 13.
Is he?
Word.
Yep. Looked it up.
Damn, I don't know any of this stuff.
I just gotta say, I love that Kuro is actually putting effort into that Photoshop. I can't wait to see it.
See?
Bro, I have to.
That's what 12 hours will do for you. Sorry, Kuro.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm just looking for another picture of LeBron. I'm looking for today's game pictures so I can put the orange hoodie on it.
Oh man, that's even better. Now you're thinking.
Yeah, and if this guy hits me back, I might pay somebody that runs their social media to post this. So I'm just waiting to see how much it's going to cost.
He clearing up. He clearing up. He trying to have the back pedal of the post. He's saying this. It was the top signal of the Lakers, not the collection.
Is it still the same thing?
I
What is
mean,
he
we
talking?
knew that. We knew that anyways.
I mean, I'm glad that he
Oh,
clarified it. Of course, we
we,
knew, but you know.
listen, clones never surrender. Clones never give up.
Yeah. We will check your shit at the door, baby. Let's go.
At the door.
Yo, I might just start a FUD group just for D-Gods now. I'm that guy.
Wait till LeBron sees this. He's gonna be
Oh,
so
I'm
upset.
gonna tag him.
Frank will be mortified because he'll actually think that maybe LeBron knows who he is. Yo,
Yeah, right.
what's the deal with the hoodie? What's the deal with the hoodie? Is it really like, is it that off, or is it just that classic?
No, it's like the artsy fartsy like LA fashion stuff, man. It's actually a very but that's the funny part. Yo, I don't care, man. I helped NB co-host that space. We got up to 400 or 500 people, and yeah, I just didn't participate. I was just there engagement farming.
You can't really say artsy fartsy. It's kind of like a disrespectful term. I learned that a long time ago when I was talking about some artsy fartsy people. So you can't really say that. But the hoodie is all right for real. It turned out it was what's it called? It used to be American Apparel, but now it's Los Angeles Apparel. What's it called?
Ooh,
Something like that.
ooh.
I think some people just was expecting more because of the hoodie's cost, and
Well,
it didn't live
American
up to
Apparel is like
expectation.
bottom of the barrel type stuff.
Well, at its time, American Apparel was the top signal, and now it's no longer American Apparel. It's defunct. I think it's called like Los Angeles Apparel or
Remember
something
when
like
you
that.
go in there though,
Yeah,
everything was
it's
like
Los
different.
Angeles
Dude,
apparel.
that shit was whack. I remember they
Nah,
had
man,
NYC.
American Apparel used to have some of the most baddest of the bad working there, and they had some great quality stuff. This was like what, early 2010s,
Dude,
2008,
that's when
2010.
I was. They were huge stores.
Yeah, they was killing everything back then, and everybody wanted their blanks. They used to pick and create their hoodie and t-shirt brands on American Apparel shirts, and that's when quality was fire. Then they got in trouble because of the dude who owned it was like messing with some minors or taking like some wild shit, and then it ended up being sold in Los Angeles Apparel, I think it's called now, and the quality isn't what it once was, and people are ragging on it. But Frank came out and saying that it was all American produced, and it should basically have some more respect on his name because it's Los Angeles Apparel. But people, I mean, they flooded that shit all weekend.
Oh, thank God they fudded it because it makes my job super easy right now. This shit's about to go viral. I found the perfect pose. I'm not even gonna take off the sweater. I'm just gonna color it orange and put his fucking logo on it because I'm that much of a savage. This guy played himself, man. Don't ever come at Artifact, bro. Okay? Listen, man, I'll do anything by any means necessary too. You don't FUD Artifact. You FUD my Nike bags, you are my fucking enemy for life, okay? You
Look how
don't FUD
hard Kuro is tapping the hell out of that. He's clicking the shit out of that mouse. He means
bro.
business.
Perfect,
I
bro.
fucking love this
I
man.
can actually, that's why I was like, I'm like, am I hearing in the background or what? What is that noise?
This is the furious clicking of a furious
Like
man right now.
keyboard warriors.
My man is
Bro,
double
I don't
clicking with
keyboard.
force.
Click the mouse, bro.
Man,
I don't even
I
use
legit
I
can't
click
wait to
the
see that
mouse.
render, that Photoshop that you're doing, man. Like I'm actually invested now. Like that's the only reason
Bro,
why I'm
I'm
still
even
here.
gonna put an orange sweater. I own an orange sweater from I think Crea or one of them. I'm gonna put that on the LeBron James clone and put the logo of D-Gods on it. Bro, this guy played himself, bro. I'm the one that fudded him into leaving Solana. Does he not learn with me yet? I could change his life or I can ruin it, bro. This mother.
I don't think he.
Yeah,
I'm not angry at him.
Tevy, I'm gonna switch
I
up.
just know I win by
Tevy,
doing this.
have
I
you
just know I
looked at?
win. He
Sorry,
will
have you
never
looked
come
at?
at Artifact again. He's gonna buy
Don't
another clone. He don't
don't
want to get
ever.
flooded.
Yeah, I think it. Have you looked at what Nike stock's done over the last week? That might be a buy with all their sales that they've had on this stuff.
Yeah, dude. We've been talking about that in the chat a little bit.
Oh
What
my
the
bad.
fuck? 110, dude. Come on.
What happened?
If you look at the price, it's all down because they're saying Foot Locker sales are down, and what they're not picking up is, arguably the revenue that's being made in this space.
I'm
Which
sorry. I flooded your bags in the chat. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not even in the chat. I was just looking at some things online, and
It's going to be, bro. It's done deal.
What bags did you flood in the chat?
The Nikes, the stock is gonna
I've
go from
always
$5 to $90. Not financial advice, but they're probably coming out with like some bad news pretty soon.
Subscribe called this like 6 months ago. Though. I could have sworn it was like
Subscribe called this,
it
guys.
was like 6 months ago. He mentioned every stock ticker's name and said it's good. It could go down or could go up, just to cover the bases.
Said because of bricks. Watch out, bricks is coming. Subscribe is like the inverse Kramer. So
Wait. Isn't Frank the same guy that owns one of those big 3 teams that can't win?
does Frank own a big 3 team?
Yeah, they got the D-Dow thing. You know what the sweetest thing in the world is? Frank's tears.
tell us.
Sweetest thing I've ever known is like a kiss
Leader,
upon a
baby.
collarbone.
Are these
I'm gonna
shorts?
drink Frank's tears by the liters.
Huh?
Good.
This is.
So my question
What's
is
in
though,
these
is
ones?
like we're going on 13 hours of clarity now.
There's a sandwich in that one, but what?
Are we fudding? Like, can I get on his comments, or like, what are we doing here?
What kind
We're,
of
we're
we're
sandwich
just
just
you got,
waiting to see what
Campo?
Kuro
we're just
drops on
gonna
the
troll
13th
him,
hour
bro.
of clarity.
It's
That's
all
what
in
we're
good
waiting
fun.
for.
He either buys 2 more clones, or I don't stop. That's what's gonna happen.
You gonna blackmail him to buy
That's
clothes?
like blackmail, bro.
Put it in writing.
Oh my God, seriously? Oh man.
No. I'm just gonna harass him anyways. I always do. It's in good fun, and I don't think he minds me. He just doesn't like the other people that do it because they're not actually joking and they don't support him at all. So it's kind of funny the way that works. People have so much to say about somebody, and they don't even give them a chance to even succeed. It's kind of weird to me.
I agree. That's what we call haters here in the community. Justin and Anya, we welcome them up to the stage. So you guys have to do a 2 out of 3 rock, paper, scissors match to see who goes first. And go.
Rock,
Anya goes.
paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh no, I gave it to you. You go first. You win.
Congratulations, Anya.
Oh, thank you. That was really nice.
Congrats, Anya. That was you swept.
Meg,
Swept Justin on that
yeah.
one.
Put the brooms
With
up,
the
baby.
Get the broom out, baby. Swept like the Lakers.
Oh, you guys crack me up. I wasn't gonna come up here because I was still trying to not use up my voice. But I I couldn't stay in the audience any longer. You guys are ridiculous. Leave Frank alone. He's just trying to be himself and out here in the timeline and giving
But he didn't make it so we could copy pasta on you. You know the deal with copy pastas. Clones love to copy pasta, even if it's crazy stuff.
I know. I'm not gonna, I mean, pasta's delicious. I'm not gonna hate on anybody for coming out here and, making the most of their bowl of spaghetti or rigatoni or whatever you want. I just wanted to, no, I just wanted to make sure you guys weren't bullying Frank for his bad takes.
I am definitely gonna bully him. I always do. I do it out of love, because otherwise he'd still be on Solana and broke.
Are you gonna say D-God's jacket is top signal?
Bro, I'm gonna say the D-God sweater is the top signal, and right now I'm just changing a $2,800 sweater into a D-God sweater. Like, you know what? I should probably just put this on. I would stream it, but I got too much going on right now. I have 3 Blender instances open, and I'm struggling already to have Photoshop open.
Didn't they Photoshop a sweater? It
What?
kind of went
Oh,
off.
no. Yeah, but
No, D-Gods with one of their, I guess,
yeah, that's what they
the
did.
logo. Yeah.
I'm doing the reverse on him. See, if I was co-host right now, I'd be Bad Take, Frank D Gods, Rug the Lakers. But that's why I can't co-host, because you guys know better. I will play games, serious games with this.
I will play games. I feel like that has to be the quote of the night.
I will play games. No, we know, Kiro. We know.
Are you that guy now?
He already said it.
I
He
am
is
that
Oh,
that
guy.
I'm
guy.
that guy.
He is that guy.
I'm that guy right
This
now,
is what
bro.
13
I'm that
hours
guy.
of clarity gives you. Now Kuro is that guy. 13 hours. I've been counting. Congratulations, by the way. You made a new milestone.
I do appreciate that.
You're the guy.
Let's try and get it to 14 hours. This is going to take my mind off of any sort of... And the dispensary is closing in 19 minutes, so this is perfect. Because I flushed all my weed down the toilet, so... Yep.
Let's go.
How much weed was it?
2.5 pounds.
See ya.
Pounds.
See you later.
And tomorrow, Kiro's calling a plumber.
Dude, I don't even. Yeah.
No. I
Dude,
ground
Ollie
it up
beat you
first.
too. Fucking Ollie beat you too, Kuro.
Dude, just
See?
call Ninja.
You got Ninja. Set Ninja up there. He's the plumber.
2
Wait,
pounds
Paulie
of weed.
did it already?
Sorry, Ellen.
Paulie did it already? Is it pinned?
2
I'll put it in the chat.
pounds. 2 pounds of weed in the toilet is crazy.
That's crazy. Awesome, man.
Yeah, I just ground it up though, because
See.
I knew it wouldn't flush properly. But
Did you shed a tear?
absolutely
That is like
not.
saying goodbye to your best friend. You know what I mean?
No, I got bad takes, so I'm good. I don't really that.
Yeah.
You know what that stuff does to you, man? It just...
Yeah, it's called ambition deficit disorder.
Kiro, you don't have to do any more edits. Don't worry about your 3 Blender instances. We pinned it to the top. Ollie already jumped on it.
2 pounds of weed in the toilet. Justin, what's good, bro?
Dude, it was so fitting. You know why I got rugged earlier? You know when you do too many things on your phone while you're on Spaces, and then you like basically can't hear anyone? I was literally trying to answer my question that I have for you all. I was trying to connect my merch that I'm unwrapping right now from Artifact with the NFC chip, and right when I connected the Wallet Connect, completely rugged me up here. All right, so my question is, so all of these items are connected with the NFC chips, right? Are those going to have like unfolding, not financial value, but value in the sense of providing more like data about it, or is it just for secondary market sales? Like, what is I guess the purpose right now of the NFC chip, and maybe down the line if there's going to be an evolving purpose? Does anyone know?
The answer is yes.
Okay, what are those purposes? I guess current and future, if you know.
I don't think it's been communicated or fully vetted out, but you can imagine that you could easily use that as access to future events. If you read through the patents, one of the things that has been actually, we should pin the tweet that Alts had earlier. But if you read through the patents, one of the things that they talk about, whether it's the CIRLs, which also plays into the whole NFC chips in all of the items that are available, you could use that for access, like private, connecting with some of the athletes or private events, things of that nature, right? So it's like Artifact hasn't come out and said this is what you're getting, but if you read the patents, which again there's like a one slide that summarize all that stuff for you, you can see where this can go. and it's not quote unquote speculation per se because it's literally written black on white. It's a matter of when, not necessarily if, right? So that's my answer to that.
Tevi, I just had this
So
idea when you said access. You be trying to access people into these artifact party, right? And you're like, "Yep, nice shoes, good to go, good to go." And they'd be like, "What are those?" Like, "Nope, get get in the back of the line."
get the hell out of here. So,
So
is Justin still here?
I just had
So, Justin,
you painted that mental like I can't unsee it now. Like that's like like people walking up with like something else and they're like, man, cool party, can I get
you
in?
rock it.
No, you don't have the shirt. Nope, you don't have the
You don't have,
shoes.
Yeah,
there's
show me your
a
socks. Do you have janky socks on? Not getting in
Yeah,
here.
let me scan those
Janky.
shoes real quick.
Justin.
Like, oh no, those are not. That's not even tied to the collection. Like, what are you doing? You can't.
So Justin,
Yeah.
sorry to answer your question. Like, there's people that are out there that are just collecting the digitals. Okay, so that think that there'll be valuable utility in those, whether it's to drive up, because if they unveil this inventory system that they've been hinting at, arguably that allows to like calculate a rarity on a clone, and somehow maybe that helps with the incubation of the egg. So the answer is yeah, there's probably a bigger role. There's a role of the digitals, I think, in the future of the kind of just utility of the how the project works. And then there's the utility of provenance and it being authentic, all that. So I think, you know, I don't want to speak for everybody here, but I've been keeping every single digital that I have, and you do need to connect it once you get it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good
Uh,
point. So, right, so because I noticed the first time I have a bunch of wallets, and I have to figure out which ones have all my wearables. And I guess when I tried to connect it the first time, it said error because I connected probably to the wallet that didn't have the wearables. So it looks like, I guess, to what you're saying, and based on my experience, in order to actually connect, you have to have kept the digital, and then it needs to be connected to that wallet that digital is in, correct? And then that will be
yeah.
tracked, right?
So tech, yes,
Yes.
almost like 95% right, correct. But here's one catch: is that you don't need, in order for you to link it, you do not need to have your wallet attached to the phone. So when you hold the phone over the wearable, it'll say export like code, right? And then you basically, it populates that on your phone. Then you walk that to your computer where your inventory is connected. So at some point, you're going to have to connect a wallet. But if you don't want to connect the wallet to your phone, you just connect your wallet to your inventory system on the Artifact website, and you just carry that QR code and it links up there. If you need any help in that process, let us know. Very easy. But it did take somebody to kind of hold my hand through that process the first time. And I think our consensus has been, and Dre, correct me if I'm wrong or anybody, is that if you have any plans on selling any of the wearables that you get, like the physicals, it's probably better to not necessarily connect it right away, because it's like it's a way for the person that gets it to show up as the first owner, which might be a desired proposition, or to the purchase.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because I actually bought a few doubles, right? One to keep and one to wear. Yeah, no, that's dope. You're saying to leave the ones that are being stored virgins, basically. Don't connect them. Nice.
Yep.
By the way, unless you exhausted this topic, don't go through it. But what are your all thoughts on the merch for those who've received it?
I'll go first just because. So I got probably 20 items delivered this weekend. I really love it. I think that the each piece has character to it, and so I think that each person's going to vibe with a different item. So I don't think you're going to get across the board, yeah, they're all fire, but you may. The quality is different than any other item you put on. You have double stitched on the exterior for some of these shirts. You have exposed stitching all over the place on the undead. The colors are like colors I've never seen before. And the comfort level is perfect. So, the long sleeves are like so thick that you can almost use them as like a sweater almost, or like a little pullover. So I am extremely impressed. I think when they set out to produce product that was noticeably different than what Nike was making, and to be this kind of luxury brand that's collaborating and producing product with other high-end brands, they've accomplished this in-house, which is probably their biggest challenge that they faced as they sought out new manufacturers and people that actually knew how to put together this type of customized material. That's my takeaway.
Yeah, I still did anyways. I don't care. I'm still trolling him. This kid's not gonna beat me. Not this time. Not any time. Not ever. This guy played
Are you
him.
still talking about Frank, bro?
Yeah.
You know he's still talking about Frank, bro.
You haven't noticed that I have an obsession with vengeance yet? And people still keep fucking me over. That is the craziest thing about this world, is people don't understand when they've met their match. I have 20 hours in a day. They don't fucking have that. They can't beat me. I'm undefeated.
Dude,
Think
Kuro,
a
based
Web3
upon the
lawyer
number
is
of
going to take my
spaces,
money and I'm not going to get it? Ha! Trust me. I'm going to get back my money. Or I'm going to burn this bitch to the ground, bro. That's where I'm at in life. I got time.
But Kuro, wait, hold up. You
No,
said you have
no.
20 hours in a day, but based on the number of accounts that you have in spaces all day, you have more than 24 hours in a day, like way more than 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, I'm only up for 20 of them, to be honest. Not going to lie to you guys.
By the way, on the art, just going back quickly, artifact it's subtle detail, but I think is maybe significant in the brand positioning. I know, like a lot of us have been talking about what's the interplay between Artifact and Nike. Well, the bags themselves switched from just pure Artifact to the swoosh and the Artifact logo side by side, which I thought was an interesting kind of positioning move there.
On the shoe?
It's also
No, on the bags, the bags that each item is inside.
Oh yeah. I mean, the amount of co-branding is insane. And do you notice how the bolt is always before the swoosh? That's never happened before. Usually it's swoosh times bolt, or slash bolt. So yeah, that's something that I've noticed. That's how they word the shoes. They put Artifact first. That's completely the opposite of the way that they've ever done any co-branded, collaboration, I should say. Yeah, and I think it's the first time, Dre, correct me if I'm wrong, where there's been a swoosh plus a different, in this case, the lightning bolt on the other side, where that's a another true co-branding example to the dust bag, as we call them, Justin.
That's a fact.
For our luxury garments, it's not merch.
Not merch.
Okay, so if you see that word out there, just make sure to properly correct them. Okay, Justin.
Man, I used to think I was a huge fan of sneakers. I used to call myself a sneakerhead. I don't even deserve that title anymore, and I realized I didn't deserve it when I introduced Dre once as a sneakerhead. He said, "No, I'm a sneaker connoisseur," I think was the word you used. And
That's
I'm like,
correct.
all right, I'm like way many steps down that ladder before I reach you guys. If I don't even know what these bags are called.
Oh, you need a bag because you travel a lot.
Hey,
This
you
is
know
Trust
there
me, I'm
was
waiting that Ramoa.
did you know
I have
there's a
some
I
Ramoas
don't
Rimowa?
coming
know
in.
Justin. I don't know Justin at all, but I guarantee he travels and he
Dude,
needs.
I have a couple of those Ramoas coming in. I'm like ecstatic about that.
Oh, I
But
thought
Ooh,
that's the
tell us
bag you
more.
said you
Tell
didn't.
us more.
I
wait,
got
you guys know about the Ramoas, right?
Wait, yeah,
yeah, no,
you
they're
got a
just
couple coming in?
yeah, I got two, and so does Justin. We're on the
What?
same plane, baby. Let's go. Yeah, no, they're I thought you were saying you didn't know anything about the bag. Are you saying like what to expect from the contents?
No,
Is
I
that what
didn't
you mean?
know it was called a dust bag.
Oh
Just
yeah, the
the
dust bag.
terminology I'm catching up on.
Yeah, so
He's talking
Justin,
about the
when you want to
bag.
flip, just sell your dust bag for $50 on eBay, dude. It'll change your life. It's really going to move the needle in your lifestyle.
Are people buying dust bags for $50 on eBay?
People buying them, I'm sweeping them.
Are you serious? I've been throwing them shits
No
away.
way, I'm not serious, man. But people are selling them on there. It's hilarious. $49.99. Buy it now.
Are they actually
That is nuts.
Are they actually selling though?
I have no idea.
I've been tossing my shit. I've been throwing so many bags away in
You've
the
been
trash.
missing
That should
out. I
be.
mean, that 4 of those, that's $200, man. That's like
That's my
1.1 each.
cake right there. What am I thinking?
Pretty soon, I'm going to be like telling my wife, like, the only bags I want to see going to the grocery are artifact bags, okay?
Yes.
Full sustainability.
I'm sending Baron all my bags, bro. I swear.
Upskill, what's good, man? I'll let you up. Haven't heard from you,
What's
my guy.
up,
What's good?
everybody? I was actually just going to comment on the NFC chip linking. Just make sure if you do link it and you're the first edition, don't sell it. If you sell that NFT, you'll be buying it back, hopefully, or else it won't be any good for you when you get to the inventory app. Um, but aside from that, what's good, man? Yo, sorry for the thorn in the side, man. You know,
Wait,
I got to be honest. Like, you know, your buddy was talking about, you know, the vengeance or whatever. You know, I've had a little love hate throughout the process, but you know, you always come back to the love. Um, you know, it's a great situation. What's happening? You know, there's a lot of things that obviously could be better, but I think it's getting better. I think it's exciting again. I think what you guys have done is you've really turned some of the value of being a community member around, regardless of what stage of community you are. I think you guys are doing a really good job. So I just wanted to call that out and say thank you again for the consistency and the good times, man. I have good laughs and it's fun.
I appreciate you in the kind words, man. I originally only let you up here so you could speak a piece, and then I can block you forever and never have to hear from you. But
Yo, I found out my first block today. President A or whatever fucking blocked me. I was surprised. I couldn't believe it. I felt bad, but um,
oh no, Prez don't play any games. He'll block
yeah, he
anybody,
don't he
man.
don't play. That's the first time that's ever happened to me on Twitter before. I had to think. I laughed. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. It's all good. We always welcome. You know what I mean? We understand. I'll say it like that. But there are some out there who don't have this same understanding, bro. And once you cross the line, it is a wrap. You will never come back. You should
Yeah.
never return. But no, it's all good. We get you.
hey, do you mind if I ask Upskill to just clarify what did you say at first about not being able to use it in the
Yeah. So
inventory?
once you've linked the NFT, right, that specific one you link is necessary. Because it's linked to your name. So if you linked it to your garment and then sell it, you may have the garment, but you don't have the NFT any longer, and someone else might own that. So the point is, I think the whole purpose of the NFC chip is really about authentication. It's really about getting a true non counterfeit product, right? Everything aside from that will be extra benefit. But if you have the garment, I suppose, and it's linked to your specific item, and then you get into the inventory app. I suppose I don't know what that'll mean. I guess we don't really know. But what I can say is I accidentally
No,
sold the wrong one, and bought it back. Luckily, it was back on sale. But that's the one that's linked to the item you have. So it's just something to keep in mind. Once it's linked, you're not going to want to sell it because who knows if it links up correctly in the future, what that means.
Yeah, that are you? I mean, if you're gonna sell, you want to go through the unlinking process, right? So they give you the option to link and unlink, so that you can kind of pass it on if you need to. So yeah, either way, like if like I think you either need to transfer the NFT to the new person with the physical, or unlink it if you're trying to sell one or the other separately. So I think it's maybe a good call out there.
Yo, I'm gonna sell it separately, and then tell the guy, yo, by the way, like this is the NFT you need. Go ahead and buy this as well.
Right.
Well, the thing is, people can buy. So like, you can go on eBay, right, and pick up like a random sweater. And if it's not linked, then you can go on OpenSea, buy an NFT that is not linked, and link them. So that flexibility is there. I think it's more like, if you link yours today and then tomorrow you want to sell it, and you don't want to necessarily like give the NFT up for the NFT up for whatever reason, then unlink it, right? So like, the next person can either get their own NFT if they care, so they can link it, or not. So
And I may be mistaken. I
some
think at the time that I checked, when I sold and bought it back, I don't think I could unlink at the time. So maybe that was updated since, or I might be incorrect. But either way, just something to think about. Once you've linked it, it's better to, again, if you want to sell on secondary, don't link it. I think you mentioned that earlier. Save it for someone else to be able to do that. That way they get the first edition, because apparently that will matter. And I think the whole point of that, again, is just about authentication, knowing who actually owned it, or how many owners it's had. That probably plays a factor, longer term, based on what we saw in the inventory app. Because I think we're like the AR hoodie is like a tier 5, and then there's a edition. So that, I don't know, that could play into some type of scenario with the inventory app in the future. Who knows what it is.
Upscale, I just really want to thank you for the knowledge, and I really appreciate you coming up and speaking your kind words, and everything. But sir, I will have to tell you that if you are wrong, I will FUD your soul for the rest of your life until your identity is transferred into your clone in the metaverse. I will haunt you forever. So please, like, do not give me false information. I
Definitely
will
not
FUD
giving.
you.
Well, I mean, this is based on my own experience. So, like I said, no ill intent. If I have this wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure, based on what I experienced in linking the first one and buying it back, unless something has changed, that is a scenario. So, but
I just want to point out that, again, we've talked about this time and time again. Anya has an angel, but that is not angel behavior. So I just want to call it out, because like, I feel like,
Listen, it's like the full moon or something. I don't know. It does
He,
crazy things to
her delivery isn't even like close to Angel.
no, like, this is like false advertising.
I
I
told y'all, man. I met her in real life. You don't believe the hype, bro. I told you. But moving on,
Don't
upscale.
believe that.
We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you coming
Wait,
up,
hold up. Aren't angels meant to protect? And isn't everything Anya just saying trying to protect the community?
Bro,
Like,
that
I
is
thought
not
they're aligned.
protecting. She said, "I will FUD you and your soul until you're like a clone or something." And she has a freaking sword. That is not protection. That's
in
murder.
Whoa.
all fairness, I think I deserve it. It's all
Angel,
good.
Angels are the best DNA in the collection, and we all know
That's
that.
compound.
There's no reason to come at
Yee,
Anya.
yee.
Yeah.
And shout out Upskill for coming up here, man. I think me and Upskill have been back to back on the time, or back and forth on the timeline more than anybody, bro. But just know it's been all in love with me, man. I when I go back and forth on the timeline, I never
Well, I
have
appreciate you
any
guys
ill
again.
feelings, bro. I just had fun. I have fun bantering with you, man.
I have fun as well. But again, you guys are doing a great job, and keep it up. And thanks for the opportunity to come say hello.
anytime, man. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we
guys.
appreciate you, bro.
Hammy, what's good, bro? We haven't heard from you.
What's up, guys? How are we?
That was a deep sigh that came from the souls, the
Is
depths.
Luxo down? Is that what that sigh was? What's
You
the
know,
charts with that?
that sigh. Luxo can fix that.
No, I
Luxo
done
could
a
fix
big
that
play
sigh.
yesterday, bro. I done a really big play, but what fucked me is this guy wanted to double his price on that alien, so I can't get it now.
Wait, did he double it for real?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
Heavy was
35 ETH, bro.
Hemi was that 50 weight offer.
Nah, that one's fire, bro. But bro, I think you doubled it because of that 50 offer that come through.
Oh,
Is
so
it?
Ilan ruined it for you, is what you're saying.
Ellen. Oh,
Yeah.
Ellen.
I need a. I need a. Where you guys storing your clones? Just on ledges still?
I keep mine in my remote bag.
Safest
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
gotta
tell
place.
watch
you
out
where
that.
I keep them. That's a secret. You
Yeah, I'm
can't ask
definitely not
that.
telling you. No, that's none of your business, there, sir. Where I store my clone. Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of that alien, man. Still, I'll probably be able to get it for cheaper. Like if you had it for 35, hopefully I can. But I don't know that ledger shit. That's all good? I got a couple brand new boxes of ledgers. I was a bit panicky on where if I do get it, I'll pull a trigger on the clone. Where am I going to store the thing?
Wait. Did you order the ledgers directly from the ledger site, or did you get them from like the flea market or the swap meet
No,
or
I got it
something like that?
from the site. I'm just asking because of
The to this date, the safest way to keep your NFTs is to print them out and put them in a safety deposit box at your local bank. So
I keep them in a
that's what I do.
Nike box under the bed
Yep.
myself.
You need to
Soft
let
drawers are underrated. Like you can never go wrong with a good soft drawer.
A co-branded artifact ledger in the form of a lightning bolt would be sick. You know how they've been doing those like co-branded ledgers? That one would be amazing.
They're supposed to come out with a ledger. When it was talks about it, but with all this ledger FUD, I don't think that would be the best thing for us to bring up and discuss. But yeah, no, Hemi, you can definitely print that thing out and put it under your pillow, and then the clone fairy will come and give you $20.
20? That's excessive. I'm pretty sure that's expensive.
We do $20 a tooth here. I already set the bar when I was young, so I got to keep delivering.
Has the tooth fairy ever forgot to come?
All the damn time. I'm like,
Dude,
oh shit.
I know, man. That's like the one that I mean, I can't take credit for any of it, but like my wife, she's like, my son he got pretty upset the first time the tooth fairy forgot to come because he was getting old enough. He's like, I knew this shit was all fake, man. He's like, subscribe. Like, I've been telling you guys this tooth fairy is fake forever.
I have to share a story actually about this. Is that I also forgot, and the reason, oh my gosh, I hate being an artist. The reason that the tooth fairy gave for not showing up was because she decided to bring some edible fairy dust, and the jar was very heavy. I set the most extravagant precedent, and each of my children is absolutely enamored with the things that the tooth fairy does now that she has established this habit of making very extraordinary gifts appear. So don't do that. Don't do that, Prince.
Did you say, Anya, that the tooth fairy brought edibles?
No. Edible fairy dust. And so
I'm like,
I
damn.
mean, even
listen,
worse.
no.
I'm
That's
Yo,
not
like,
what I
can I
did.
get the tooth
yo,
fairy's number?
You should
did
have
you
told.
get it from
You should have told
Churro?
Compound before you went to EDC.
No. See, so what I did was I got a mason jar and I filled it with like so sprinkles on cupcakes and stuff. They come in like all kinds of like fancy sparkly things now, and so they look like magnanimously like fairy dust at this point. So
Okay.
I
This story
got
is
a
not
couple
getting any
jars.
better.
I'm sorry, I've got a couple jars and I filled it with a mason jar of this sparkly glitter, cupcake dust stuff, and that was it. That was what I did. Don't do this. If you have children, if you are going to think about having children in the future, don't do this to yourself.
Do not give your kids dust, okay? Don't give them fairy dust.
Definitely not the white ones.
No edibles, no dusts. I think all of those are bad words, like for your kids. That's like not a good thing.
So
Mason
no.
jars with dust.
Yep.
Nah.
Just flush it like Curo. $20 a tooth. No,
Yo,
but yeah.
sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Hey man, get rid of that joint, bro. You know what I did when I stopped smoking weed? Like, I didn't flush it. That was the one thing I refused to do. I had actually, this is a long time ago, and this is story time for me, but I was selling weed back in the day when I was a kid, teenager, young, like 16 something. And I kept it at my guy's house, and his mom found our stash and then went to my house and told my mom that she found our stash. And we came together and put a story together saying it wasn't ours, it was someone else's, and we had to get it back from them so we can give it to them so we wouldn't get caught up. And they believed us and they gave it back. So he was like, yo, so what are we gonna do? We can't keep it, we can't sell it, what are we gonna do? Smoked it all in one day. Like tons and tons and tons. It was tons back
Was
then.
it
What's
two
Yeah.
pounds?
Right. It was a lot. It had to be like how much was it, man? I don't know, man. It was that much weed I can't even remember,
Let me
right?
ask you
Smoke
this
the
though,
memory away.
Trey. Did you get sick and throw up because you smoked so
No,
much?
but no, what I did do was like, you know how you freak a black and mild? I don't know if this is the correct community for me to have these kind of discussions, but hey, tap into my life. But you know how you can freak a black and mild, right, and take all the tobacco
Yeah.
out? We kind of freaked a real cigar and stuffed it with weed to smoke all the weed. Stuffed it to the brim and smoked a weed-filled cigar at 16 years old.
Yeah, man. Like, I guess all I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna get into story time, but as long as you didn't throw up, I think you're good. That it wasn't too much.
No, never, never. I had a homie when Ellen was talking about his boys doing like dabs and shit because their tolerance was so high. I have never done anything like that, right? Dabs was something I never would ever get into. And plus I had been done smoking weed by the time people started doing that type of stuff. But I had one homie who smoked the dab, um, and had started tweaking so bad that he thought my brother was the police at first. And because my brother made the dab, he's like, "Man, this is too good. You got to be the police." And I'm watching this stuff happen in my house. And then it went from my brother being the police to him starting to rap all the time. Like he just started one freestyle for like 2 hours. And then he started crying. I was like, bro, anything that can do this to a human being, I do not want to be a part of. Y'all have to get out of my house. This is ridiculous. And that dab shit is crazy stuff. So yeah, that's why you should flush your weed in the toilet and not mess with it at all. That's the end of my story time.
Yo, Justin, did you get any Air Force Ones?
That is a
Yeah.
good question.
Yeah, I did. I got a few. I pretty much stick to so my clone's a robot, and so I pretty much stick to mostly the robot strains of product. But I did get those. I'm super excited for. I mean the I'm an SB Dunk and Jordan 1 fan, so I'm really excited for the Crypto Kick Dunks, like the Genesis ones. Those are the ones that I'm hoping will really kind of reveal all the power of the patent. But it was interesting hearing you all talk about linking and unlinking because I was thinking like, imagine where you can add value to the digital twin by exercising in any of the products that we're getting, right? The clothing, the sneakers, etc. And and then over time, that's, because with the gesture control and the body movement recognition, it's like adding up value based upon your output of energy or exercise that you're doing daily. So it's basically gamifying health. And then you could, but again, all speculation, all projection. But then let's say you could then, use that for rewards in kind of the Artifact Nike ecosystem, or eventually, like if that actually stays with the digital twin and you kind of unlink it and you're like, listen, like you wanted to, sell it on the secondary, then it could already have like all this power up boost based upon your like physical, well-being that you've gamified through the use of it. And or you could keep it, connected for life and then just enjoy the rewards to it. Like those are the kind of things where I'm like, this could really move like forget about this. I don't call I don't even call Web3 Web3 or space, etc. It just could move like the physical meets digital kind of blended reality that we're all going to live in forward, where it's using it for like, you know, culture meets like health and community, like all of it merged into one. I think there's like huge opportunity because I've dissected that patent in and out, and I call it the best, most thorough roadmap we've ever seen that existed before 99% of us, including me, stepped into the NFT ecosystem. And it's kind of laid out in front of our eyes. So I'm excited
100%.
for all that.
You are speaking my language. Like, that's the kind of research you need to do before you get into stuff like this. And when they put it out for you, black on white, and like, again, I think I made the comment earlier before you even jumped on, but I was like, once you read through that, or maybe it was while you were here, nothing will bother you, because they laid it like you said, like it's a roadmap, right? But it's spelled out so clearly that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when do they roll it out. Like, it's all
I'm gonna
there.
play devil advocate here. I'm gonna stop you there.
You can't stop me,
It's
man. Like, that's progress. Like, it's just happening. That's where the
it is,
future is going.
but here's the thing: is workout clothes, like luxury workout clothes. Like for me, like working out, you want to have something that you'd wear and get dirty and everything, and you throw in a freaking wash, right? It's just hard to see luxury products being used as workout clothes. So it'd be interesting how they bring this out. Like maybe workout shoes would be cool with Artifact, but like,
I mean, what do you think
Dude,
Lululemon
you
and
go
I
to
all Chanel and all that stuff is? People buy leggings and t-shirts and all and work out in that stuff. It there's I guess the way I would
so
put it,
you're
like,
telling
you're
me
right.
you'd
Like,
rock a $500 shoes to get dirty and work out?
people do it all the
You do
time.
that?
I
Bro,
don't,
have you
dude.
been to Lululemon,
but
bro, and seen the
Lululemon,
prices?
that's,
Cause shit.
bro, like, here's what I will say, right? Like, that might not be what you would do, and frankly, like, I would think twice about it too, right? Like, real talk. But there's a whole host of people out there that won't bat an eye. Like, that's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? And they're more than, like, that exclusivity and the ability to be able to do that. There's a whole market out there, like a whole new world beyond what that live for this stuff. So
Well, subscribe. To give you a direct example, I was literally messaging with Compound the other week about like, because I, got, look, those Crypto Kicks IRLs, those are straight up like workout shoes, right? But I was like debating which colorway am I gonna order as like my workout pair. For sure, that's gonna be my workout sneaker, 100%. Like nothing else moving forward, just because I know it's connected to my activity. Like that's the value there. Now, is it going to be my only pair? No, definitely. Like I'm stocking some, but I just decided on which colorway I'm going to use for my workout, and the others, I'll stock. But I think a lot of people will, especially that model, I think will use for exercise, and also like yeah, some of the t-shirts that I got just now, 100%, I would use them as workout gear.
that's literally
I
why I bought two pairs of CRLs. I got the black ones for my gym shoes, and the white ones
Me
are the
too.
ones that I'm going to wear just for, like, if you're going out. But
Me
that the
too.
whole move to earn, that's exactly why I got two pairs.
Me too.
I've been to so many gyms where people's work outfits, it's like a fashion show going to the gym. They show up to the gym dressed nicer than they do like going out, bro. Like that's their whole thing. They show up clean. So yeah, I've seen luxury workout, like luxury fashion in workout clothes, 100%, man.
Gym life, bro. My wife only worked out in her exclusive Yeezys that took me forever to get to her. She would go running in them bitches
Yeah,
immediately.
they want to flex at
Immediately.
the gym, bro. Girls like they put a lot of time into their gym fits, dude, and then there's
Hell
guys that
yeah.
do the same thing.
I don't, but I will from now on, because fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, someday when we have our Artifact Hermes collection of, wearables and in all of that, I will definitely be uh, doing my 100 push-ups a day with my Birkin bag next to me, and I'll be laughing all the way to the bank with my Birkin baby.
Holy.
Oh,
Holy.
Who's doing 100 push-ups a day since we're talking
Oh,
about
I'm doing it.
If that's
it?
coming, I'll be doing that.
I mean, I'm doing it right now. Hands up.
I worked out twice today.
Who all is into it? We should do it for the whole month of June, for real.
I've got to do like 10 an hour because I cannot 100 like back to back. That's not for me. That's not the life for me. I'm so sorry. I have noodle arms and I'm not
She's
gonna make it.
not that
So
gal.
I thought you said
I'm not
bad
that
snot. You said
that
that's not. I was like, what? Oh, damn. Okay. Work
no,
that
that's
out.
gotta I want to commit. I want to commit because of my noodle arms. I don't want to be I want to have these buff SpongeBob arms like on my angel body like and I'm all done with noodle arms.
You can do them, the, what do they call it? The alternative
Modified.
push-ups on your knees. Yeah, modified. There it is. Do it like that. And then work
That's
your
what
way
I
out.
do. Yep, that's what I do. You build up though. I made the mistake of trying to do like 25 straight, and then my elbows hurt for like 2 days. So
Yeah, we got to
spread it
stay
out.
away from that term noodle arms.
I'm sorry. I'll stop saying that. I'm so sorry, Baron. I really appreciate the feedback.
I think you got to give yourself some more credit. You know,
What's the
we
story
have,
behind the noodle arms, Baron?
I don't know.
No, it's not. It's so we're correcting each other.
I just know that, you know, I don't know, man. Trey knows what I'm talking about. She's gonna get there.
No more noodle arms. Hey,
Do you
let's
know
go to the
I have
hands. Compound, what's up?
the penne of noodle arms, I think, right now. So I need to join whatever this workout thing you guys have going.
Wait. You say you got penne noodle?
Yeah, she's got
Penne
penne
noodle arms, like the
noodle
thinnest
arms.
noodles of noodles, you know?
and a
No,
pause.
pinnacle.
Pinnacles.
Oh,
I was gonna say, if we're going by different pastas now, I guess I have to go with lasagna because
real G's moving science like lasagna. Compound, what's good, man? I saw you had your hand up.
Oh, you said to raise your hand if we're doing the push-up thing. Just had it up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Didn't,
keep that up there.
yeah, didn't know when I could put it down. My arm's a little tired though, so maybe it's probably good that I'm joining in on this.
Yeah,
Compound,
that's good.
the only guy at Vegas Motor Speedway doing push-ups.
Bro, he's doing up till he's like 75, I swear.
I'm on a
Bro,
challenge.
you can get into the motion of doing these 100 push-ups in under 10 minutes, man. I was looking to beat 5 minutes when I was doing them all the time. So you just build up and you continuously go.
Dre, are you doing it in your artifact gear now? Like thinking that it's already storing all the data even before we know it?
I myself am not working out in my artifact gear. I'm working out in my blackout CIRLs for sure, but not in my t-shirts. I only have one. I didn't
Y'all
order
playing
multiple.
me.
Justin,
Man.
your gear came in. Justin, your robot gear. Sorry,
Only not the shoes, just the tops for now.
we're
But
doing a challenge right now. In drip we trust. Check Dre's
In
profile.
drip we trust.
When you get a chance, take a picture of it, and it'll tag in drip we trust and artifact. And
Drip we
we're
trust.
trying to get them all tagged so we can find them easy in the algorithm.
Sure. I'll do that. And then one last thing I'm going to say before I step down about using the product. The reason I have the two remotes is one, I'm so excited to use that luggage. And at first, when we were presented with it, I was thinking, all right, it's the carry-on size, so it's smaller. But now I'm ecstatic that it's the carry-on size because I'm now thinking traveling with something that's checked in, I would be sweating in anxiety from the point of takeoff to the point that bag's in my hand at baggage claim. Like I would never want it out of my sight. So it's really smart actually that it is the carry-on size, and I'm really excited to even part of luggage is getting it beat up and everything. Like I think that bag is just perfect for it.
That is an
Yeah, they're gonna
excellent point.
bang it out.
That is an excellent point. I appreciate that take. Compound, did you hear
Yeah.
that though?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you bought more clones, you can't store any of your IRL clothes inside of a clone. So it just makes sense to me.
Yeah, well, they did the cabin size on purpose. Like nothing is by accident. They thought exactly about that. I remember when Ben tweeted about it.
Hey, Justin, how about you sell me one of those bags? You don't need two. You only need one. Surprise.
Which one did you get, Justin? Like which color?
All right, Dre, if you can turn the noodle arms into something that's much more impressive, we can start talking.
Oh, bro, you talking to the right guy.
Oh, say less.
Say less,
Yeah,
baby.
I feel like that's a good deal.
Yeah, man,
Like
for
a
sure.
real deal.
Dude, we're gamifying the health before Artifact gamifies our health.
Well, I mean, we've been
Running
doing this in
artifact. I like it.
CloneX LA Fit Club since October of last year. So we're doing challenges. We did the workout at least once a day in October. Then we did 100 push-ups a day in November, December, and January. In February, we kind of fell off, and now we're picking back up the pieces in May. So welcome to the game, baby. There's still people in here killing stuff, and for real though, like Zwist, she turned into like this this Iron Man triathlon runner, like fighter chick. She boxing and shit. Like it's all types of crazy shit she going through. And Austin, the homie, he's been doing stuff, getting his stuff together. It's people in there rocking stuff out, man. For
That's
real,
cool. Are
bro.
you guys documenting that progress? That would be cool to see.
It's in the Telegram group, and we haven't deleted any messages. So yeah, you can say we're documenting it. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, of course we are. For sure.
You know, we're gonna have the Artifact before and after pictures, like before joining clones, after joining clones, like all, and you know, we can use some Photoshop as well. You know, like the pot bellies, everything before and then
Nah,
after.
we're not
Well,
photoshopping anything.
packs.
Real life stuff. I had a pinned tweet of the homies who's doing it with me. The most dedicated people was Rick Z and the homie Nifty Crypto Mark. They were on it every single day, and I posted that. I had a pinned tweet up for some time. I pulled it down for the Ali Ready Set Pose tweet because that was just too far. I had to pin that one, but they had some great results, and it was only over a span of maybe like 3 months. They had some great results. So yeah, man, if you want to turn that penne into lasagna, because real G's move in silence, I got you, bro. We can do that for sure. Summertime is coming, man. I don't like to wear any clothes in the summertime. I only keep baby oil t-shirts as my number one garment. So we doing it,
Did
man.
you say baby oil T-shirt?
Baby oil
I
t-shirt.
just want to make
Only
sure I heard
garment
that
I
right.
wear
Okay, cool. You know
is
that's proper.
sheen. I want reflection from the sun glistening off. That's what we doing. I'm dead ass serious.
I
I
know you
walk
are.
around my
That's why I'm
neighborhood
laughing.
all the
Like,
time,
yeah,
no
I just
shirt
had to
on.
double check that that's what you said. You know, I just want to make sure.
It's real facts, man. All my neighbors know. I'll be walking my kids to school, and they're like, "Oh, you ever see you and your wife walking all the time?" Baby oil t-shirts, man. So yeah, let's get to it. Summertime's coming. And plus, who are you going to the Azuki Vegas trip, Justin?
I wasn't. I'm not. You know, I haven't really immersed myself in the Azuki community. But then I was thinking that I know that like was it the Bing Bong or like or Bong Bong event is happening there. So
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of go. I would. That wasn't a joke. I really don't know Compound too
No,
much.
no, no, no. That's the
But
name
it's
of it.
Gigi. It's
I just
Gigi's event. You know, like, and I
yeah,
was gonna go out there for that. But yeah,
yeah,
you're going.
yeah. I heard about it today. Gigi told me about it on Mika Space. So I think it's Bong Bong or Bing Bong too. Whatever, Bing Bing, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna head out there,
The
man.
Bing Bong Party.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
I'm so confused. What
It
is
doesn't
this?
mean
Did I
anything.
miss this on the timeline?
So
Gigi's having a party called Bing Bong.
yeah, GG,
Oh,
the
okay.
GI one, not RGG, the GG one.
GG two G's or
How many
GIGIGG
GGs are
or
there?
GIGG is the one
but
having the party, and RGG is not the one.
but it's multiple GGs because it's the GG that come in here. Oh, and the
Nah,
GG in here, she works out
bro.
in Travis Scott one Lowe's, and those are $1,000 plus shoes. Just to go back to that point,
Yo, you
that's
know she owns a sneaker shop, like a really popular one in Toronto, right?
yeah. But that's I was just talking to the point that Subscribe came up and said that nobody works out in expensive things, but they do. So that's the GG. That's one, and then it's a GD that's always in Leap's spot. GI go or no, her name is Go. Never mind. Cancel that. Cancel.
That's almost as repetitive as LeBron's games.
Damn.
What was that?
It just, man, Subscribe's spicy. That's spicy.
Subscribe's banned in LA already. He hadn't even gotten there yet, and he's banned.
Damn.
I don't know. He's cool. I don't watch him though, but he's cool.
That's the king, bro. It's the king.
I mean, he got me this beard, so I still love him.
He did. You wouldn't be the Bluebeard captain that you are without LeBron being a part of our community.
So actually, were you rocking the beard before LeBron did, or was this like after his clone get the trait that you're like, you know what, let me jump on this bandwagon?
Listen,
stole
hold
it
on a
from the
second.
clone.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he now that has absolutely secured his position about how he feels about LeBron, he no longer bears the title of being the first to rock the beard, regardless of what he said. Don't listen to him; he's like.
You got anything to say for
I'm
yourself?
just now
Subscribe?
realizing Tevi still has the beard on. I'm just realizing Tevi's rocking it now.
See, but like it doesn't even.
Damn.
See, it was so low key because it just works with my clone that you didn't even know.
You have a massive beard in real life too, so
I
it's like
do, so it's
perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
Yo, tell Elon I want to change my jacket. Like I've been stuck with this PFP forever.
But I don't understand.
Gosh,
That makes no
he won't
sense,
let
dude.
me
I've already
change it.
Yeah,
changed
it doesn't make.
PFPs. I've changed
I
PFPs like 3 times now.
I
Look
have
at
to
I have a new
back out my.
clone.
I have to
I don't
back out
know.
my guy
Yo,
compound.
I actually talked to
You
him.
listen to us. Subscribe right now. This makes no sense. Okay, this makes 0 sense. You should be able to update your PFP.
No,
Okay.
you guys don't understand.
Oh,
Bro, I met
I
this guy
just said we
Adrian
do.
and he was like, nah, I'm closing the chat. Bro, he went psyop trying to take everybody AI ideas.
Adults
This
just
man,
don't
this man
understand.
Adrian.
You know
Subscribe.
what,
Subscribe.
Tevy's gonna call you late. Tevy's gonna call you later tonight and help you with it. He'll stay up all night if it has to. If he has to, we'll get you in the suit.
Nah, bro.
Sorry,
I'm going to
go
bed
ahead.
pretty soon here.
Tevi, you mind taking Subscribe on a one-on-one walk and maybe walk him
Yeah,
through this thing?
tonight.
Please talk to him. Interlock the fingers. It's that serious.
Nah.
Read him a bedtime story, tuck him in, give him a proper, you subscribe. You need a good night of sleep.
Yeah,
You come
man.
back here tomorrow and with a better attitude, and
Fully
maybe
rested.
we will let Elon let you change your PFP someday in the future.
Can anybody tell me why the sales bot, the CloneX sales bot, has been going nutty the last
It
30
has
minutes,
been.
dude? It's
Someone
been going
just like
off.
listed.
Late
Someone
night shopping.
listed
Dude.
3.14 all these clones and then immediately bought them back from himself. I thought we were done with this.
Dude,
And I didn't even see them. There were some cool ones.
Wait, is this a blur thing?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've just seen
It
the
is.
sales bot multiple times now.
Yo,
It's all
Elon,
just happened.
Adrian heard us. He heard me.
Adrian?
Who's Adrian?
Adrian, Elon, look at my PFP. He heard us from a mile away.
They heard me saying that you need more clones over more Ramoa bags, and people are sweeping. That's what it is, Tevi.
Gotta get them bags, bro.
Hey, would it be weird if you ended up with like a whole bunch of bags?
You know, that's not a bad thing. Actually, I'm kind of hoping people buy more clones. And so, like, people who are currently selling can't sell them, and so they have to lower the price. I mean, I think that's a great plan. It works out in my favor. Hopefully, I get one of these bags.
I just never thought I'd be in this situation where I was long on luggage.
Dude, I've been through so many cycles with you guys now. Tevi, Snapback, Baron, and Dre. Each new thing that comes up, there's a FOMO cycle on Bad Take where you guys are all saying, we got to get this. I have to get these.
I don't think that's true at all.
Time.
I don't think that's true at all.
And then I always ask Dre, have you got a Murakami Drip clone yet? And he goes, you see, well, I'm a physical guy. I like the physicals.
That's exactly what I say. That sounds like me.
That is the best impersonation.
I do like physicals, bro.
Oh, well,
Compound
yeah.
Compound didn't finish the story, so we talk about it, and then we don't get it, but then it pumps, and we go get it.
Yep.
We're just like the rest of the people. We sit
This,
here and say, I can't believe these people are idiots. They don't buy it at these prices, and then
Yep.
look at us.
Yep.
bro, you should have seen me in Miami, dude. I'm walking into the Ramoa store to go listen to like the panel, and I had no idea what Ramoa was or what they did. I didn't even know they sold suitcases. We were walking to the store. It was my first time figuring out that Ramoa was a luggage company, and we were in the live panel with the founders at Ramoa. I was like, yeah, man, these things might not be for me. If I might be too broke to understand what this is.
It was a different kind of language. My man was wearing that Ramoa crossbody bag the entire time, and I was like, damn,
Yep.
do I need
Yeah,
that?
see, that bag was nice, man, but
It's been nice. You know what's funny? Is that on all of Zap's Twitter, if you look in each picture, he has a different high end crossbody on. He goes from like a Louis to I think at one point he had a Gucci, then he went to a Goyard. We never saw that Ramoa, dude. That's for a reason.
I don't know if I would wear that crossbody though, because if I'm having baby oil t-shirts on and the sunlight hit me the right way, I'm gonna have this crazy wicked ass crossbody tan looking like a commando or something.
But you know what it might be like? You know when you put the seatbelt on and it's all hot, like the metal part,
And
burnt.
just fry my
Yeah,
fry
you
my
come
left
back, you got
nipple
a
off. Huh?
burnt chest. It looks like the size of a crossbody.
Looks like a George Foreman grill.
Bro, I used to have one of those like Jeeps. I had it for like 2 months, and then I had to like sell it, not throw it out. Um, but like the one where the roof thing can come off, I
I had
couldn't
one
get
of
the
those,
fucking,
a Wrangler, yeah.
yeah, bro, I couldn't get the fucking roof back on, bro, so I sold it. Yo, I just couldn't get it back on.
Yo,
Bro. I've always lived by myself, right? So it's kind of fucked up, bro. I couldn't get it back.
those things were super hard. When you got to
They
the
were.
back, you
They
couldn't
were
get that
tough.
clip, dude. Too tight.
Bruh. Them
It's
shits
like, what
was
am I
tough.
doing?
I lifted one by myself. Lifted it off and on of the Jeep by myself, bro.
Oh, but bro, you're 6'7".
That means nothing. That motherfucker was
Bro,
incredibly
your
heavy.
arm is the same thickness as my whole body, bro. Chill, okay? Chill.
Did he just call me fat? Oh my god.
No, I'm saying
Dude,
you have strength in your body, bro. Like if you see me, bro, like I wear baggy clothes so I don't look skinny, and it hurts, bro. It's crazy. I've been trying to gain weight for a bit, and all I gained is some like belly weight. So now I have like this little. It's fun though. It's a little bit of chubbiness over my abs, and it's like, yo, I'm feeling good, man. I got a little bit of thickness to me now. I feel good, you know.
Man said it's fun though.
Man, like, you know what? I know all these spaces are recorded. You know, someday, like down the road, like they're gonna go back and somebody's gonna create like a documentary, or maybe Rose is gonna like put together like all the best clips of way back in the
God,
day, and
I
like
hope
this
so.
is gonna be in there. You know, it's gonna be Kerr's thickness.
Chevy, I promise you, we're gonna make it, and then we get to pay someone to do it for Rose. Like that's my goal. You know what I mean? Rose just gets to enjoy it with us.
My thickness. Oh man said my thickness.
I'd
Well,
love to see Kuro's
uh,
like buy list of his clone, like all the NFT he wants, because he's always got like a number of things he's got his eye on. I bet there's like 30 things on there.
Bro, I have this one wallet. It has like I think I favorited maybe like just over 3 or 4 thousand NFTs.
That's crazy. So man, subscribe, shaved. What's going on?
Bro, I told you, Adrian heard me. He heard us.
I don't understand why you call this man
Yeah,
Adrian.
what do you call him, Adrian? I have the same question.
So we was just chilling, right? And I was like, this dude is definitely Elon. And he was trying to take ideas from us, right, about AI. And the man cut me. And I heard him again in another chat, and everybody's like, this is Elon. This is definitely Elon. And he was like, no, this ain't Elon. And the co-host was like, nope, not Elon. And then he goes on and talk about like steel and like metals, and he was like, oh, this is how to make it like, a little bit more stronger or a little bit more lighter weight. And he was like, yeah, everybody knows that, right? And I'm like, no. I'm like, this is definitely Elon.
So his alt account was Adrian, but it really was
Yes,
Elon.
yes, yeah.
All right.
He yes. Elon, he thought it was dumb, so he was like, "Yep, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go." He pulled one of those, like, "I'm busy, guys. I gotta go."